greatest ever done it. You can learn from it. Dope game ran it, rap game running, street cred hunted. Nerd turned D-boy, not in genetic makeup. Baby, I'm a G-boy, hashtag street boy. Wrong one to fuck with. Cross me at your own risk, play to get back, you can trust this. I am far from average, to me it ain't no such thing. Me against the world, so fuck it, I let my nuts hang. I've been known to bust bang, kill it if the need be. I don't need an army when the smoke clears, he sees me. Rhyming at his finest, unlike those vaginas that claim that they the real deal, knowing I'm the highest. Top of the command chain, I am what the streets made, I am what the hood built. You are just a weak lame, homicidal maniac with suicidal tendencies. You're more like a punk band, I'm more like a pedigree of nigga you ain't seen yet, so y'all cannot describe me. I'm a freak of nature, don't shit here surprise me. Money over everything except the nigga's manhood. I am not a prostitute, you don't understand hood. Fuck a nigga getting his, unless he about to give me mine. Otherwise he prime beat, shocking when I up the 9 and hit it with it 7 times. Fuck you thought I'm civilized? Welcome to the jungle, fool. It's only right I punish you. Nigga with an attitude, feel like MC Ren felt. Quiet on the set, you funky bitch, you get your friends slipped. I give your game a black eye, blame it on the black guy. I be on some nigga shit, I'm niggerish, so that's why. Guess what my religion is? This is what the business is. Exposure for you garbage ass rappers. You can witness this. Came to bang your game up. Pussies think they came up. Oh, you got a drop head? So now you think you famous? I hear it's dangerous and we don't know your name, cuz we don't even give a fuck. Rappers get it fucked up. Security say you nah, this they side job. They don't want no conflict, they don't want no problems, nah.
Salute, and welcome. Welcome back to the Black Ocean. Now swinging the deep end with your host, the one and only Great Black Shark. Oh, family. Yes, sir. Oh, you know we got a lot to talk about tonight. Everybody gonna get the business over here tonight. Oh, we finna have some fun over here. We gonna get the Tether, we gonna get the mayonnaise, we gonna get everybody. Because unless you've been on a rock somewhere, I'm pretty sure you heard about our brothers and sisters down in Montgomery, Alabama, what I told y'all about the South. Oh, we gonna get into that and a lot more. But see, family, we gotta get some straightening going on. All right? Before we do though, I want everybody to let me know if you can hear your brother loud and clear. Give me a thumbs up in the chat. If not, we will adjust that and see if we can get that taken care of. Give me a thumbs up in the chat if you can hear your brother loud and clear. We about to be cooking over here tonight. I'm gonna tell y'all, boy, everybody, look, we gonna put some respect on foundational Black Americans over here tonight. That's what we going with. So I'm gonna let you know right now, opening disclaimer, everybody's gonna be pissed off and offended if you are a coward over here tonight, because we finna give you that work. Oh, okay, everybody can hear me loud and clear. Good, family. So what I need to do, we're gonna go ahead and greet all of you that I see joining us early, because I got a little treat for you. Yes, I do. That's right, your brother got treats. Sharing is caring. Isn't that what they always say? Let me scroll up and go ahead and greet the family. I see Two Stay Woke in the building. Jason Ferreira, B1 Vanessa Jones. I see Chief X Ali, B1 for Life, Farouk Salam, a little country lamb. That should go back in the building. CRU Reality, Seven Scales. Okay, Charlie Edge, Patricia Jenkins, Creative World Films, a Goddess Navy. Oh, there's a lieutenant in the house. Tab Chen, I see you, sister. Michael Williams in here. Heat St. Cloud. Let's see. Shalelle Peterson. I hope I said that right. Let's see. Make sure I haven't missed nobody. Marion Love, Jordan Henley, and the sister Opal Ivy. Hey, welcome to all of you, and everybody will be joining us in attendance. So, I got a little song I got to play for y'all real quick. Oh, yeah. Because, see, you know, we got a lot of people, man, that like to shoot their mouth off. So, before we get started here, you know, we got to go over a little bit of history, too, before we play that song. See, y'all, let me go ahead and make this big, because a lot probably didn't know this. And just in case you think your brother is just talking with this on the screen, let me put a link to this in the chat. Family, did you know that one of the most useful self-defense items is a wrestling classic, the steel folding chair? It was created by a brother named Nathaniel Alexander. Now, I know you saw the meme going around, but that was the incorrect picture. That was a picture of Lewis Latimer on there. But I'm going to put a link to this article in the chat. I'm going to put it in there about 2 times because I want everybody to have that bit of educational information. Yes, I do. We all about educating the family over here. Salute to the good brother Black Voltron Reloaded hitting the cash up. Thank you very much. Oh, y'all finna laugh y'all ass over here tonight. So, while we're looking at this piece of history, got a little song I want you to check out, right? Because, see, you know, it's a lesson in it. And, you know, like I said, I like to educate people over here. And white supremacy is something in it for you, too. So, without further ado, I'm going to play this little song before we get into tonight's lesson. I want y'all to check this out.
I'll spell it for you. D-U-M-M-Y. Like, oh.
You ain't nothing but a big dummy. Big dummy. You ain't nothing but a big dummy. God, you a big dummy. Ain't nothing but a big dummy. Big dummy. Nothing but a big dummy. Don't be a dummy, get your bitch ass shot and fuck around and catch something when I spin that block. In real life, I ain't got no options. I done already slid and came out on top. Bitch, blow something, let them hoes know something. I'm from Shooterville where it ain't no front. Big bitch, came up on a big lick. Threw him out the whip cause he always on some bitch shit. And I threw a couple switches on the one thing. Niggas came to scrap, man, I came for the gunplay. Fuck a black belt, this bitch gon' kick back. Put a little extra sauce on this Big Mac. Flip shit like a motherfucking spatula. One wrong move, watch your body get to racking up. Think he tough cause he got his face tatted up. Still on these bitch niggas' neck like Dracula. You ain't nothing but a big dummy. Big dummy. You ain't nothing but a big dummy. God, you a big dummy. Ain't nothing but a big dummy. Big dummy. Ain't nothing but a big All they gotta do is call if you want a surprise. I'll pop up on a nigga like Jack in the Box. And if the shit don't work, then it's back to the block. Said fuck the AR, went back to the chop. Fuck the H-Can, went back to the Glock. Still with the shits like I'm back on the pot. Touchdown in your city like I'm trafficking blocks. Blue tips for the loose lips, hoes in your cool shit. Niggas talk crazy, but they ain't gon' do shit. Cry wolf till we pull up with that new shit. With the green beam looking like a moon mist. I lay a nigga down like a pallet. Always in the cut, ain't no catching me in traffic. Finger on the trigger and this bitch is automatic. And I always been a giver, I'll let a nigga have it on the game. You ain't nothing but a big dummy. Big dummy. You ain't nothing but a big dummy. God, you a big dummy. Ain't nothing but a big dummy. Big dummy. Ain't nothing but a big dummy.
The only reason I call you a dummy is because I call them as I see them. Like, dummy.
Yeah, I just had to start that thing off right here, man, with a little song for all the little melanatedly challenged dummies out there. Oh, yeah. Yo, we had to go ahead and give you some music, man, to let you know what time it is. See, if you would just follow a bit of simple advice and leave black folks alone. We done told y'all, man. You done see what happened. You done let your Tether class come over here. You know, you done blew their heads up with the, you're not like them. And we going to make a point about that. You're not like them here coming tonight, too. Oh, yes, we certainly are. But see, yeah, you're right. They're not like us. We're going to prove that here tonight. Because, see, we don't believe in taking abuse. We believe in putting foundational Black American foot straight to ass. Okay? Yeah. So yeah, I'm just letting y'all know, yeah, we gonna straighten some things out over here tonight. And see, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to start out with a couple of these coons over here. Yeah, let me go ahead and get this bastard up on the screen. One of them in there. Okay, there's a heifer up here. And I have reason to believe that she's with the Tether class, with the gender divide. Now, she's speaking about the little mini revolution that happened down there in Montgomery with our good brothers and sisters. Shout out to all of them for producing justice. That's how it's supposed to be done. And let it come to one of these Tether class helpers right here, Tether winches, I call them. Let's read this, shall we? Don't hate me, because I love the way people came through. First of all, foundational Black Americans, put some respect on us, came through for that security guard. But I want Black people, foundational Black Americans, to start coming through like that for Black women and Black queer people too. Okay, so now, yeah, y'all know what I'm finna do with this. We finna straighten this on out right now. Let me tell you something, you Tether class heifers, okay? You Tether winches. We don't care what you are. When we say Black folks and we're on code defending each other, none of this crap comes into play. It's not separating categories. Everybody was defending everybody. Maybe she wasn't paying attention. Nobody was out there checking to see was somebody gay, straight, a single mom, a Pookie Ray Ray. Everybody came together like Voltron and put a collective foot up their asses. So we're not having that. Take that back over to your failed countries where you from, where you outnumber them 20 to damn 1, and one of them pick up a damn stick and everybody scatter like roaches when the damn lights come on, fleeing over here to where we at. Yeah, we not doing that. Yeah, so that's the first one I got to show you. Oh yeah, we gonna get deep into this, and by the time this is over with tonight, it's gonna be a lot of hurt feelings. But hey, the chips fall where they may. We got to deal with the other one up here. Let's go ahead and deal with our favorite coon here. One of them, Mr. Jason Shitlock, aka Jason Whitlock. Let's read his tweet. The Montgomery melee is sad all the way around. Wait, you know something about being all the way around, Jason, because you pretty round boy yourself there. You know, you could curl up. I believe Jason Whitlock is a secret transformer. He could roll up and turn it to a little bowling ball, just roll off. But hey, listen, I digress. Let's finish reading the coon tweet. The Montgomery melee is sad all the way around. What might be most sad is if the security guard had been jumped by 2 to 3 Black men. Here we go. No bystander would have done anything to rescue him. The first 3 or 4 rescuers were heroic. The rest were just opportunists. Or in your case, Jason, an opportunist. let me clear my throat to get his ass. Jason, let me tell you something, man. First of all, people probably wouldn't have had to jump in because we don't believe in jumping folks. It would have been a fair one. Okay? You fat bastard, you. Just say you're afraid, man. Just come on out and do that, okay? They're always trying to flip the script of what about or what if. That ain't what happened, okay? If it was black folks involved, it would have been a one-on-one fight. We saw the video. That's not what occurred, okay? So I just want to get his ass out the way first. Get him on out of here. Yeah, because see, tonight, family, we're going to draw some clear lines in the sand over here. We're going to have to do it. I got to show y'all something else. You might have saw this on my community tab. See, why they steady worrying about black people or brat people, as some of these telepath soy sauce supremacist Asians call them. Got to put something on the screen. I want y'all to check this out, just in case y'all missed it. Oh, yeah, we're going to put this on the screen real quick. Take this banner down. 1 second. All right. So we got to check this out real quick here. All right. U.S. Navy members, as you can see, these are clearly Asians, Chinese to be exact. U.S. Navy members arrested for espionage allegations with China. Let's read this, a brief bit of it. August 4, 2023, Los Angeles. 2 U.S. Navy members are now in custody after being arrested on suspicion of selling confidential information to China. The Department of Justice has disclosed that information sold includes, get this, blueprints for a radar system, manuals for warships and weapons systems, and plans for a large-scale U.S. military exercise. The 2 men are accused of spying for China and compromising U.S. national security. Now, family, why they worrying about us? Have we ever pulled anything like that off? You don't even see us attempting to talk about doing nothing like that. We weren't the ones storming the Capitol on January 6th, should I remind you, white supremacists, okay? So, yeah, I just wanted to get that bit of information out the way, so in case you missed it on my community tab, you see it now. So what we going to do, we're going to analyze several situations over here because we're going to have to put these people in their places where they belong. And I'm going to start out with this. We're going to get to Montgomery. Trust me, that's coming. I'm going to start out with a couple of things. We're going to break some things down, and we shall be right back, family.
Girl do your talking for you. Let your girl do your talking for you. Let your girl do your talking for you. Oh, now I'm a nigger. Fucking wetback. Go call ICE. You're a nigger, yes. Yeah.
Jamaican, right? You're
I'm a fucking nigger, yeah.
All right? No, we don't disrespect other races around here.
Oh, yeah, she just did.
Okay, she did, homie.
She just did.
She ain't a homie, dog. That's something else, homie. That's my lady, dog. That's my lady.
Yeah, you just ran up on mine, and now you see the difference.
I didn't run up on her. I just asked her a question, homie.
Run up on me. Keep letting your girl talk you into a problem.
Valley, homie. Go back to fucking Compton, you little fucking dirty ass nigga.
Watch how fast I find you. You don't know who you talking to.
What's cracking?
Don't talk like that.
What's cracking?
Look who you don't even know who you talking to.
You don't know who you're talking to, homie.
Who you gonna find?
You don't know who you're talking to.
Who you gonna find?
Just go that way, dog.
Who you gonna find?
So let's go ahead and clear something up. You heard him say he was talking. This is in L.A., okay, in my good brother Black Voltron's yard. But see, watch this. You heard him say that was a Jamaican brother. Let me tell you something. Had that been one of them homegrown Los Angeles Foundation of Black Americans, this conversation wouldn't even lasted that long. They know who not to try out there, okay? See, let me point something out. Somebody sent me this. I want to be clear on this, okay? Got a lot of brothers and sisters out there. LA's history is well documented. Everybody know that's a turn-up place. This right here, don't let this fool you and think that these essays is running shit like that out there. They not. The only way they get brave, and my brother Black Voltron can attest to this, the only way they get brave out there is if they're in large numbers, or they catch somebody isolated, or they try to run up on an elderly black person. But see, even then, they know its consequences. So I want y'all to let the rest of this play. And again, the Jamaican brother, he seemed like he was by himself, but see, our spirit is different even in these situations, okay? I want y'all to let the rest of this play, because I'm doing this for a reason. We finna make some points here tonight.
I'm right here.
Go baby, this over there.
Fucking threaten me, stupid little nigga.
Good, bro.
What you fucking
good, bro. Just go back, bro. We good, bro. You don't disrespect my racist, homie.
No, I will. You a fucking jungle ass nigga. Fuck you.
Keep talking.
Bitch ass.
Keep talking.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Nada, right? Yeah, what?
You'll see.
So now, let me point a couple things out about that clip you just saw. First of all, that let you know that the little essay, he weak, because I'm finna say something. People can be pissed off if they want to. Foundational Black American men, we know this. When your woman start running her mouth, and that's your lady, it's up to you to check her and make her shut the fuck up before she causes a serious problem. That's the first thing I noticed about that. Second, he walking all up on him. You see they had numbers on her. Guarantee the brother was by himself. Now, I don't know if he was visiting. Chances are he was, because if he'd have lived out there, let me tell y'all something about LA, man. Them phone calls get made. Gonna be some problems real quick. Let me tell you something, man. It happened real fast, 0 to 60 out there. So that's why I'm thinking he probably wasn't from there, didn't know nobody. Because what would have happened had that been a native? Bear me witness, all my California brothers and sisters. They'd be like, okay, that's what it is. China N-word would have came out of his mouth. All right, don't worry about it. Wouldn't have been no arguments. Phone calls would have been made. Next thing you know, within 10 minutes, yeah, would have been some attitude adjustment going on. Okay? And see, I'm showing this because, you know, I ain't gonna call that brother a tether, but see, even if it was us, we probably wouldn't went ahead and took off on one of them or pulled the damn thing out and went on ahead and handled business. Okay? So now we got to deal with this little peanut head bastard. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we finna light his ass up. Because, see, they keep talking about they not like us, and then everybody tell them you not like others. Okay, all right. I'm going to play something for y'all, man, and then we're going to have to analyze a couple of things. Because they right. See, we're not arguing no more. We get it now. And I'd like to issue a thank you to the Tether class. Because for a long time, we was over here saying, oh, we all black, we all brothers and sisters. Thank you very much for showing us that that's not how a lot of you see it. I ain't gonna say all, but a lot. Appreciate it. Hey, we got our mind corrected now. It's delineation time. We circling our wagons around our specific culture. So what we finna do, we finna let little buddy speak, you know, and go ahead and speak his piece. And, you know, hey, hell, he got some words of wisdom for us, you know, because, you know, we didn't know these things he's about to tell us now. Hey, let me let little old Sambo here with his little funny shaped head speak, man.
Yeah, I hope you guys are really having a good time out there, and I'm wishing you guys a happy Sunday. So, I'm doing this video. Last time I came up with a video talking about Obama. I'm doing this video talking about let me tell you about African Americans again. African Americans, let me tell you, we're not even comfortable with you. In America, we'll never, for example, when you see me when I'm hanging out, I will never hang out maybe with an African American friend. I will never hang out maybe like, you know, with maybe with an African American, you know, not just me alone, my friends, my relations, for example, us Africans, Jamaicans as well, Haitian, they will never hang out with African Americans. Maybe when they go out drinking, they will never hang out with African Americans. Never. We're not comfortable with you. I swear to God, African American, not Africans, us we Africans, and we Africans, Jamaicans, and Haitian. Let me tell you the truth. We never hang out with you. We never go out with you drinking. We don't even keep you as friends or as relations because we're not comfortable with you. We never.
Ooh. Oh my God, family. Ooh, that boy cooking, ain't it? Well, damn. My God, this is news to me. I had no idea that, you know, they didn't want to hang out. Man, what we gonna do about that, y'all? He say they don't want to hang out with us and dress in church clothes everywhere they go, them high waters, you know what I'm saying, them fucked up hairlines, okay, your poor grooming habits, you musky everywhere. The Tether class now, Tether class, you know, talk about our own co-brothers. But I mean, brother, you know what I'm saying? You got pitiful, goofy game. I mean, just not aware of any type of danger whatsoever. And you stay running around hovering for the first white ass you can kiss. You see them as your guys. So, you know, damn. I guess we taking the L since he don't want to hang out with us. Listen, man, let me go ahead and light his ass up. Buddy, and the rest of the Tether class, let me tell you something. We don't prefer to hang around you, not just because you black immigrants. We don't like hanging around cowards and flea bags. See, we're different. By blood, we're different. Let me explain to you how. We were under the same type of oppression that you were in your homelands during colonization. Difference is, the greater majority of us stayed here and fought these damn white supremacists to make things better. What you do? You in a country with the numbers on your side, but it does you no good because despite the numbers, you can't stop your tribal beef enough to get on code and produce justice. See, we're different. We're not cowards like you. This is even reflected in the spirit of our women, and we're going to get to that tonight too. Oh, he's right. We're not the same. So appreciate you, buddy, because see, I'm going to tell y'all something, family. A lot of y'all probably know this, but this was passed down to my family through generations of grandparents and elders. Cowardice is contagious. So we don't want your cowardly disease rubbing off on us. You can keep that to yourself. So, thank you for keeping your distance. Let's let this goofy continue here because he's got a lot more he wants to tell us. And a lot of y'all probably didn't know this stuff, man. So, hey, we're going to let him edify the people here. Let's let him continue.
Never and never comfortable with you. That is the truth. The truth is coming out today and the media should be understanding everything. You win. Maybe sometimes you'll be telling the white.
Okay, I got to stop him one more time. I got a question, family. Maybe y'all can help me out because I'm a humble man. I don't think that I know everything. Let me ask you a question. And maybe this is just me, but I want y'all to let me know. What is it about the Tether class? And this might be a marker. This is something we might need to put down. You'd be like, oh, that's one of them. It could be. Why do all of them, the Tether class, have that jukebox quarter slot gap in the middle of their fucking teeth? I swear to God, when I see it, I just want to pull out some pocket change and see if the motherfucker play a song or something. I mean, is it just me? Why they all got that gap? The men, the women? I'm thinking that's a calling card, man. Maybe that's some type of secret initiation. We're going to come over here, be against the black Americans. Come on, boy, let me widen your teeth in the middle, put this gap in there. I'm just saying, man, is that how they recognize each other? I'm telling you, bro, the women, y'all ladies, y'all know it. Dusty, dry, bad wigs, okay, we see sewing and all that shit. But with these dudes, man, that gap, man, is pronounced. So I'm saying, look, y'all over there in the chat room laughing. We got to do our intel on this. I'm thinking the Tether gap is a calling card. How you recognize them? Come like before you open your mouth. I already know there's some tethery bullshit finna come out of here. So I'm just saying, man, I'm telling you, I'm gonna start flicking change in the middle of the motherfuckers and see what kind of songs they play. I believe these little motherfuckers are walking jukebox. I'm just saying, man. Listen, hey, yo, let me start. Y'all know me, man. Let me let this fool get back to it. I ain't done with him by sight.
At work, you cross your body with your forks and you're putting it on us, and it's out that we are, you, us. It is a lie. It is a lie. Look.
Oh, my God. Black Voltron, boy, look here. Now, see, y'all finna get me started already early. Black Voltron said, oh, parking meter mouth. Woo! Listen, boy, yeah, tell us y'all gonna be pissed off over tonight. I done told you. See, look, you worry about me, I'm gonna light you up, but my chat room gonna get in on it too. Oh, I think I got the most vicious roasting chat room on YouTube. At least top 5. Cause boy, y'all hell over here, boy. Let's let this clown continue.
100% of Africans, we never hang out with you. We never go out drinking with you or maybe hanging out in bars. You always with your folks. You know why? We're not comfortable with you.
I wish your ass would be comfortable with some damn chopstick. Listen, besides the quarter slot gap, man, can't you keep some Carmex or something? Why your shit look like you've been eating powdered donuts? Well, maybe that's from all that white ass they've been kissing. Look, I'm just making observations, family. I'm just trying to figure this thing out, man. That's all I'm doing.
We're not comfortable. You know why we're not comfortable with you? You lip tongue it. Not just we lip tongue it. It's because of what us Africans and Jamaicans, Haitians, they perceive, they know of you. It's what they perceive of you. That's the reason. I don't have an African-American friend. If you go on my social media or my Facebook, you're going to see where I talk about myself growing up as a child. I never keep African-Americans as friends. We're not comfortable with you. Not even talking of having you as a roommate. Maybe.
See, I'm going to tell him why he's not comfortable. I'm going to tell all of you Tether class why you're not comfortable. And I'm finna make this shit stick. Little buddy and the rest of your Tether class, the reason you're not comfortable around us as men, we represent what manhood is worldwide. When you think manhood, the image of white men, Asians, Hispanic, East Indians, Arabs do not come to mind. When you say manhood for what it is, and you got to look and see what goes into being a man, what's the standard of manhood, you think black man, foundational black American man. See, you're insecure when you're standing next to us. That's why you're not comfortable. But you too much of a tether to say that. Yeah, don't worry. We're gonna put a quarter back in his mouth and let him continue.
Even maybe like keeping you in my place, even hanging out, even drinking. What can you tell me? What can an African American tell me? Nothing. You understand? We're never comfortable with you.
We can tell your punk ass how not to flee and stand 10 toes down and fight. That's what we can tell you. Oh, and by the way, for the ladies, our ladies can help get them tethers together, the tether winches, so they don't have them dry, dusty ass wigs on their head. They can tell you a lot. There's a lot you can learn from us. But hey, he got more to say.
So all those things, all those lies that have been circulating, you going telling the whites that maybe at work you cross your body and you put it on us and out we are. Out we are not. 100% of Africans, they never and never you. Never. Don't be telling lies. We don't keep you, we're not comfortable with you. We never and never comfortable. Ask to maybe like go around. I mean, you can interview a lot of Africans, maybe, I don't want to, Jamaicans, Haitians as well. They're going to tell you that we're not comfortable with you amongst us, you being among us, or me being amongst you. I'm not even comfortable. I'm not myself. Because you don't even talk anything that really makes sense to me. No.
I know. Manhood doesn't make sense to you. Hence why you fled your little musty ass over here.
You laugh unnecessary, you talk unnecessary things. We're not comfortable with you, and that's the truth. It's not even just us. The Chinese, they're not comfortable with you. The Hispanics, they're not comfortable with you. The Indians, they're not comfortable with you. Where have you seen a Chinese hanging out with African American? Never. Where have you?
We, unlike you, why do I always say you? So pronounced you. Let me tell you something, to the class. I think I speak for all of my foundational black American brothers and sisters when I say this. Come a little closer to the mic, to the class. Come on, a little bit closer. A little bit closer. A little bit closer. Come on, a little bit. Come on, I want you to get this. We don't give a fuck who is not comfortable with us. Foundational black American men and women are not running around here trying to win anybody's acceptance. You know why? Because we're comfortable with who we are. We don't have a low self-esteem. See, we're not cowards. We didn't flee our lands. We're the most creative people in the nation. We built this country. Okay, we have a lot of history to look back on. So to the point, we rarely ever look outside of our culture trying to look for acceptance for other people, with the exception of a few coons here and there, and they're ostracized from us. See, you need the acceptance of other people. You, when you come over here and flee from your homelands, which we made possible for you to do, you say you proud on one hand. They got the schizophrenia. You say you proud of where you're from, but you leave your original accents behind. You try to change that. You start bleaching. You start trying to speak with white inflections. You start trying to live where they at when they really don't want your black asses nowhere near them. Okay? You got a lot of stuff you ashamed of to be simultaneously proud at the same time. How the fuck does that work? Yeah, we not the same. We don't want that near us. You know why? Because see, let me, particularly with the men, the adults period. Let me say the adults period. We don't want our children being infected with that mindset, that chain of cowardice that you have around your mind and your spirit. Yeah, we don't want that around our children. Oh, we're going to prove that later on here tonight, though. But let me let this flunky continue, man.
Seen a Hispanic hanging out with African American? Never. Where have you seen an Indian hanging out with African American? Never. It should be us Africans? Never. We're not comfortable with all those lies that has been told that out we are.
I got another question for you, player. Where the fuck have you seen us complaining about them not wanting to be around us? We don't do that. That's your people. I wish you would answer that question for me.
Ever and ever, you stop begging, stop taking a name, blaspheming an image for the whites to be looking at you up, because that is one of the objects.
Did this bastard, this musty, little old bowling ball head, ashy bastard, tell us to stop begging? First of all, let's talk about begging. You can't talk about begging, see, because we don't come from a begging culture, but you do. You be begging in your homeland and doing everything strange for a little bit of change to get over here to the U.S. So you know about begging. You also know about begging when you get here and your parents threaten to send you back home, or them folks threaten to deport your punk ass. I've seen that in person, family. That is a pathetic sight. A grown-ass man supposed to be a member of the warrior class on your hands and knees begging not to be deported. You's a bitch. And we don't want that nowhere near us. So, yeah, you're right. We not the same.
That you've been taking a name all around the country. Now, where have you seen me with an African-American friend? Never. I don't have any link or any friendship or any relations to do, any contact, any link with African-American. We're not comfortable with you. Never. Never.
Oh, I got to pause in and give this acknowledgement. Boy, I done told y'all my chat room finna eat y'all ass up over here tonight. What I got to show them. A little country lamb said his toothbrush is scared of him. Listen, I done told y'all about little country lamb. She look innocent and sweet and cute. She will light your ass up. But sister, you ain't fooling me. I know your roast game is top tier. I done seen you too many times in my chat room. Boy, y'all going off of this thing. Oh, trust me, I got a lot more material here tonight. If you ain't laughed all day, you about to laugh this evening.
You have a good weekend, and I'll be coming another video again talking about the same thing. And this time it's gonna be, I don't want to talk about it.
We begin with Nigeria, where a woman has been.
So now that you saw a little jukebox mouth a bit talking, I'm glad he got all that off his chest. Because he talking about how much we not like them and they're uncomfortable. Well, we uncomfortable around people in the Tether class, I'm making distinctions between the on-code brothers and sisters. We uncomfortable with that Tether class view that does shit like this. See, they think that nobody knows about the shit going on in their homelands, okay? I don't know how in 2023, and many of us have been to your homelands. We know what it's really like. Yes, there's good areas and there's bad areas, but that tribalism, and then on top of the tribalism, you want a perfect shitstorm of off-code? Throw in religious bickering. I'm going to play this story for you. I'm not going to even say nothing. And I'm going to let this speak for itself because he's right. We're not comfortable being around this when you bring your asses over here. This is why we have to be on guard against a lot of you because you bring those fucked up mindsets from your homeland over here. Won't y'all listen to this foolishness, man?
Beaten to death and set on fire on college premises. She was a student in this college. Her killers were her own classmates. What was her crime? Blasphemy. Her classmates accused her of insulting the Prophet Muhammad, and so they killed her. The incident has shocked the world. The incident took place in Nigeria's northwestern state of Sokoto. The victim has been identified as Deborah Samuel. She was a student of the Shehu Shagari College of Education. The students were upset over her comments, so they hunted her down, dragged her out of her college room, and attacked her and then set her ablaze. The details are disturbing to say the least. The police have arrested 2 suspects and have promised to nab all those involved in the attack. The video of the attack has gone viral with the hashtag Justice for Deborah. An online petition has also been launched seeking punishment for her killers. What's more disturbing is that this is not the first such incident in Nigeria. Cases of vigilantism and people being jailed for blasphemy keep happening periodically. And in most cases, those accused of blasphemy are from the minority community. And it's not just armed vigilantism that is of concern. Terror groups like the Boko Haram frequently attack villages and kill civilians based on their beliefs.
And speaking of Boko Haram, to you Nigerian tethers and other regions, because Boko Haram isn't just in Nigeria, okay? Al-Shabaab over there in East Africa. You need to go worry about that before you start talking to us. See, we know what's going on in your homelands. And this barbaric foolishness right here, let me say something. I don't care what faith you believe in. If you think you're serving a higher power, that higher power doesn't need you to kill on its behalf. Huh? See, that's the misuse of religion. Why don't y'all listen to the rest of this report?
In Nigeria, Muslims constitute 53% of the population and Christians 46%. Despite this religious diversity, Nigerians remain vulnerable to sectarian persecution. Once again, this is our top focus at this hour. A disturbing, shocking incident being reported from Nigeria. A woman has been beaten to death and then set ablaze on her college premises. Her killers are her own classmates, and her crime, according to them, was blasphemy. Her classmates had accused her of insulting the Prophet Muhammad, and so they killed her. The incident naturally has shocked the world. It took place in Nigeria's northwestern state of Sokoto, and the victim has now been identified as Deborah Samuel. She was a student at the Shehu Shagari College of Education. The students were reportedly upset over her comments, so they hunted her down, dragged her out of her college room and then set her ablaze. The details of the investigation are now coming to light. The police say that they have arrested 2 suspects and have promised to nab all those who are involved in this attack. The video of the attack has gone viral. Disturbing video has now gone viral. People have been talking about it. The hashtag Justice for Deborah has gone viral. An online petition has also been launched seeking punishment for her killers. All of them were her classmates. Beyond World is One is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news updates on the move.
So now you see that type of nonsense going on over a religion, okay? So now we got to deal with something else, because see, we gonna show little buddy that was going off talking about they don't want to be around us. We finna show you another reason we're glad that you're not around us, because see, speaking of religion, there's another religion that a lot of them don't talk about. It's the worship of whiteness. And you see this piece of shit, this damn demon on the screen. May she rest in peace with Carolyn Dunham Bryant. Colonized half the fucking world. This evil bitch. Right now, the sad part, there are over 20-something nations on the continent that are willingly a part of the British Commonwealth. See, little buddy, you're right. We're not the same, because see, what I'm about to play here, we all saw this. This worship of your colonizers, we ain't got that in us. I got to play this, because he right. We not the same. We don't do this. We don't do this at all. First of all, what's with that cry? I don't know if she's a cross between a goofy clown or a hurt dog. What the fuck is that? This evil bitch, man. You crying over this? See, yes, this is mental illness. On top of your cowardice, this is supreme mental illness. This shit right here, you will never see us mourning no white supremacists that harms our people. I'm gonna let this play, because see, yeah, we gonna make this stick tonight. Oh, we gonna get a lot of straightening done over here before this is over with.
This is so sad. This is so sad. What is going on here? She makes me feel comfortable in this country. She provided everything for me.
What the fuck did she provide for you besides oppression and colonization? Somebody explain it to me. Maybe I missed it.
To the Queen's death.
What is going on here? She makes me feel comfortable in this country. She provided everything for me.
See, this is just pathetic. Yeah, but we're not done yet. See, because he's right. We're not the same because you don't see foundational Black Americans this size doing what this big goofy bastard about to do. Oh, we're going to roll this beautiful beam footage over tonight. We're going to make it 100% clear. Look at this big scary ass when that brother was finna get with him. See, they become swole and they just big walking waste of space. Just pathetic. Pathetic. Oh, see, we finna get to the differences between us, okay? See, we got that out the way, but we got one more piece of business to deal with. Because, see, you know, little buddy, he had a lot to say, talking about how much we not like them. And, you know, he's right. He's right, because, see, again, that spirit of cowardice, oh, yeah. And that ass-kissing, do and say anything to get appeasement and approval from the dominant society. Yeah, we not the same, buddy. We don't do that. I want y'all to listen to this shit eater right here.
Fight that happened in Alabama, and you know, one black guy got hit, you know, by some white guys. So a bunch of black people joined in, and it was kind of like a race tussle, race war, whatever you want to call it. But I'm starting to see people who are like, what you call it, the Black Panther-esque type of people, the people who are about black progression, and the people who are, you know, always fighting against oppression. They using this moment of drunk people fighting as a win for the black community and the progression.
First of all, punk bitch, the white folks was drunk. Our people wasn't drunk. Now, we made them extra drunk by throwing them good old Southern soup bones in their mouth, but our people wasn't drunk. So get your lie straight, Tether.
Black community. And I'm like, wow. It's not like a bunch of black dudes was raising arms against oppression or went to somewhere where black people are oppressed and they say, we're going to take power.
See, that's how game and goofy these bastards are. Motherfucker, that was oppression. That brother was doing his job. And he had backup to get that oppression off him. But see, that's how silly they are. They don't recognize the threat when it's right in front of their faces. So, yes, to little Tether, little musty Tether there with the quarter slide in his mouth, we're not the same, bruh. We know not to play with these bastards over here in the belly of the beast. You get over here and think that if you lay up with a Becky or a Brad, oh, it's all over. Oh, you niggas don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, we don't want that gang goofy shit around us. That's dangerous. I want y'all to listen to the rest of this bastard, man. Listen to this fool. See, this is pathetic. If this is your warrior class right here, you in trouble, man.
We're gonna take white power away, and we're gonna put a black representative here by force because it's our land. We're gonna take our 40 acres and mule. You know what I mean? We're gonna take over this whole country.
First of all, fuck boy, if you knew anything about our maroon history, you would know we whooped a lot of ass and made a lot of change here. But see, you ignorant because you run from your own history and you don't know shit about ours.
We seizing the White House right now. Like these people that preach about black liberation, progression, strength, unity, they using this moment of drunk people as a win. Like the lowest of an accomplishment, they celebrating this like it's the greatest of all accomplishments in this world. Like black people, yeah.
Boy, I tell you, that's just absolutely pathetic. That's absolutely pathetic. So yeah, we different. We damn sure different. And we finna get into how much different we are because, we got to show them what the differences is between us, okay? Yeah, we got to do that real quick. So, I'm going to play this because we've all seen it by now. But yes, this should be reviewed here. So fair use, fair use. This is for educational purposes. Okay, so expect them to start trying it because they don't like taking these ills. But hey, we got to educate the people. Yeah, so let's take a look at what he was trying to critique there, because this is how you do it. If you had your nuts attached to you and you had a spine attached to you, tether boy, and you was good for more than Olympic tether fleeing across the damn ocean, running across the sea like Barney Rubble, you would understand this is what you do when your people are oppressed. Let's go ahead and play this, family. Now, I have to stop and point out something, okay? Because your old boy, the memes have been hilarious, but tactically, if you're going to take anything off of you and throw it towards your opponent's face, then move in and combo the shit out their ass. That's what I would have did. But hey, this brother had back up and he was putting them things on until the little cowards did what they do. We going to get back to it, though. We going to break this down. Now, let me point something out. And again, this is an elderly brother, okay? And not old, but he's an elder in the community, okay? I think he's in his 50s. Let me tell you something, particularly for the young black people. I'm a Gen Xer, okay? Former soldier, combat veteran, trained martial artist, decorated one at that. Let me tell you what you do if you ever find yourself in a situation like that, and because expect them to try to jump you, okay? If you got anything on you, that's the time to use it. But if you don't, while you engage with one, you always got to be aware of your surroundings. Grab one of them and use what I call the meat shield. That means you grab that motherfucker by his throat and use him as a shield while you whooping on his ass until the cavalry come, okay? Because see, one of the things you never want to do in a situation where you're outnumbered is hit that ground like that. So I'm so glad our people's on code, because they could have killed this brother, man. All because he was trying to do his job. But let's let this continue, though. Everybody's seen it by now, but we going to run through the motions over here on it tonight. Yeah, see, they wanted to retreat when them numbers even. See, don't let them fool you with all that. We're going to set off the race war. Okay. Hey, when they have opportunity to set off, they had plenty of opportunity in 2020 during the uprising after they killed our brother George Floyd. But see, when the numbers are even, what happened to all that race war talk that y'all was talking about, huh? See, they let their little anthem try to in a small town. I don't think they was able to quite make it down the road like they thought they were gonna make it. Cause see, when them brothers pulled up, see, let me tell you something, man. I got friends and family over in Alabama. Okay, I've been telling y'all. You know, if you've been over here on this channel, I've been telling y'all we put in work everywhere we are. But I keep telling you, the South is different. The rules are clearly defined down in these southern states, Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia. Man, you will get your shit fucked up. And they know that, too. Man, look here. Them country Alabama niggas, but let me tell you something else, too. When you get hit by one of them, you gonna feel it. Them some strong dudes. Let me tell you something, man. These country boys down here, man, don't do that. Unless you ready, all right? You gonna feel it when they throw the soup bombs in your mouth. Or as we say here in Georgia, put them jumper cables up to your mouth. Yeah, see, this right here, I'm gonna tell you what I would have did. Cause see, boy, a lot of us wish we were there. Oh my God, I wish this type of shit I'll be waiting on to happen. You jumping on an elder or a child or a handicapped person? Oh yeah, I gotta give you that work. Tell you what I would have did. While the other two brothers would have went around that end, I'd have jumped on the back of that boat. I'm like, okay, either you gonna take your ass whooping in this boat or you gonna get herded out onto this pier. I mean, boy, it would have been go time. But boy, this is so beautiful. This is what it's all about right here. Because see, black men and black women was on code. And see what I love about this. Sisters was like, oh, them Karens, we got them. Yeah, see, that's how it's supposed to be. Everybody got an assignment, and our Alabama brothers and sisters in Montgomery, they damn sure understood the assignment. Oh, let's get back to rolling this beautiful bean footage.
Yeah! Woo! 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 They scared! Look at them! They scared! Woo! Beat their ass! Woo! Yeah! Woo! I don't get through here.
Oh, never mind the music, Tinkerbell. Just keep dancing. That's what, see, now they want to retreat. What happened to all that big bad talk? Oh, it was cool when it was like 4-5 on 1 jumping on the elder at that for just doing his job. He didn't touch them or nothing. Trying to do his job. They always talking about pull ourselves up by our bootstraps. We so lazy, so when we try to do our jobs, they harass us. But see, we gonna get into why they did that here in a second. Let's get back to it. Oh, man, I'm telling you. This right here, man, August 5th, man, we gonna make that a holiday, family. We ain't gonna wait on them to give it. We gonna make that a holiday, August 5th. Yeah. And Montgomery, Alabama, man. Salute to them brothers one more time.
What the hell? That was the kid. Yeah, these white folks don't need black men that work security. We trying to get on the sipping cycle, the Marriott trying to come through. And the man was telling them to move their boat because the Marriott.
Oh, white supremacists being thrown in the water left and right. Look, she probably, look, for all of you low down, dirty, cowardly white supremacists criticizing the sister that dunked Becky in the water, stop it. See, she did the community a favor because see, y'all hadn't heard this before. Hear me out. I want y'all to understand why that sister that particularly should be held as a hero. We know we got the chairman, but see, you can't tell black people that we don't care about our environment because see, you know, she probably had that little funky wet dog smell on her, and she's like, oh, you contaminating the air. Get your funky ass in it. Yeah, see, that's what the sister was doing. She was trying to help her out because you know they don't like to take baths. I mean, you know, the clan sisters, we had deep child baby. So that's what that was all about. That was not a violent act. That sister was being a good Samaritan, trying to save the environment from that funk. Okay, that's what happened. That's what it is. Let's get back to it. We got to clear up these lies, man. We got to do it.
So the folks can get off and everybody on the sipping cycle, we just wait. Why these folks the swung on and the jumped on this black man? Baby, the crew member that jumped out the Marriott, baby.
Oh, look at him, boy, Brad and his little buddy ran up there and they're like, oh shit, man, there's more of them. Oh my God. Whew, last one, he hit so hard. What are they eating? Damn strong ass niggers. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Down in the South, but let me tell you, boy. Ooh, you see little buddy got it caught back, boy. See, here's the thing. At this point, white supremacists, you know you can't match up to these brothers one-on-one. You never can. So it would have behooved you to really go ahead and start running. But now you wasn't going to win that. You did better jump in the water, try to swim. You know what I'm saying? But listen, you know, land, sea, air, we everywhere. We coming at that ass. Family, this the part right here, man. Oh, I definitely got to mute this because I'm going to be laughing my ass off while I let this play. Oh, man. Let's listen to it roll.
Ass, baby. Now come up out that boat, baby. They ready to move home. They ready to move home. Yeah, he jumped in the water.
I don't get through here.
What the hell? Yeah, these white folks jumped on these black men that work.
Oh, yeah. See. We got our jokes in here, but seriously, let me tell y'all something, family. And a lot of y'all that have been on different tours around this country probably can attest to this. If you don't know this, the places where our ancestors were enslaved, that gives off a certain energy when you're in them places, particularly in the summertime, okay? I know a lot of people, we don't believe in that. Okay, you ain't got to believe in it. You can just feel the atmosphere is different, especially down here in these southern states. You understand me? Look, you have memories in your bloodline. So to the quarter slide, tell them off, you're not the same, brother. See, We're not the same because our ancestors' pain, even though they're long gone, is still in our bloodline. Those memories are there, and I've said this many times on this channel. This is why I go out my way to try to be peaceful and maintain my temper, because I'm going to say this one more time in case y'all had never heard this before. My grandparents taught me this. When you, a foundational Black American man or woman, gets angry, that's not just you. That's all your ancestors' pain coming through you at that moment. That can be a powerful thing if you channel that the right way. See, this is why we're famous for handing out these legendary ass whoopings, okay? See, a lot of them people don't understand that. We are different. There's a reason why the white supremacists welcome you to the class and they can't stand our black ass. They've been doing everything. See, they fear us, the white supremacists, because they've done everything they could to destroy our people. Look at things like the Moynihan Report. Basically, in short summation, how are these niggas still alive after all this we done to them? We God's children. The original people. You're not going to get rid of us. And the more you try to oppress us, the stronger you're going to make us as you get weaker and weaker and your numbers continue to dwindle. So Tether boy, they respect us. They don't respect you when they tell one of you not like them. Yeah, because they know they can slap you around. There ain't going to be no repercussion like this. You'll stand there and watch your own be murdered in your homeland. Just like when you come over here when our good brother Jordan Neely was killed by that cowardly white supremacist Daniel Penny. See, I'm going to go ahead and say it. And salute to my own cold New York brothers and sisters, the few foundational Black Americans that still live. Had that been in the South, Jordan Neely would still be alive. That sleeper hole would have been very short because we were so first you jumping on a homeless man, then you gonna gang up on him. Boy, we would have tore that goddamn train car off that motherfucker, man. You understand me? Georgia, Alabama, you play like Mississippi, man. Don't come down here playing like that. See, look, let me tell you something. My brothers and sisters down here in the South, you know this. We will put beef aside with enemies to tear off in your ass when anybody outside of our family come fucking around. Oh, yes, I've done it myself. I have. Now, we going to get it in later and settle this issue. But right now, hey, bro, we got work to do. So I know Jordan Neely would have lived had he been down here. Because, see, we're not going to stand there and watch you murder one of us. We don't even want you touching us down here like that. But, see, they're going to find out the hard way because it's finna be some inductees into a certain Hall of Fame. We about to see that. Let's get back to it. Concerto. Oh, you damn right I'm laughing. Hey, I know y'all remember Edge Christian, the wrestling team, they had that move called the Concerto. Where both of them get a chair, go inside your damn head. Yeah, listen. Women are usually non-combatants, but see, Karens are very dangerous because it was a damn Karen that got our good brother Emmett Till killed. George Stinney Jr. killed. Little Tamir Rice killed. Okay? So, bitch, you deserved it. That chair shot was for Emmett Till, goddammit. You damn right. Yeah, let's let this continue.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. He going to jail.
Listen to that symbol. He going to jail. You going to jail. See, I'm going to tell you one thing we need to start doing. I'm going to go ahead and say it. But see, let me get this out of the way, too. I done heard a lot of black people. Some of them been on code, keep saying this phrase right here. Let me tell you where I'm different. I don't condone violence. Fuck that. I condone whatever is in the best interest of defending myself and my family and my community. Look, you're not going to have me. See, that's a part of breaking the program. I want y'all to hear me very clearly on this. Because a lot of people that was on code was saying that I don't condone violence. Let me tell y'all something. Break that habit of saying that because that's part of the conditioning and programming left over from slavery. It's almost Pavlovian to a sense. Look it up, as our good brother Jason Black says. It's almost Pavlovian conditioning to the point where they got you thinking that you never supposed to be violent in defense of yourself, your family, and your life. Yes, all bets are off. Whatever it takes to keep your people safe. Because, see, they did not come over here and steal this land by being peaceful. Do as I say, but not as I do. Fuck you and everything you stand for. Yes, I do. I condone it, and I enjoy it. When you push me to that point and you try to hurt me, my family, or my community, yeah, you finna get these hands, feet, and everything else, and whatever else it have to be on top of that. Oh yeah, so break that out your mental lexicon. Throw that shit away. Stop letting these people shame you. You shouldn't be violent. Fuck you. You ain't did nothing but be violent to our people for over 500 years. You can't shame me when it comes time to handling one of you damn white supremacists. Fuck that. Let's continue here. Yeah. So yeah, that's what we had to play. So you know I can't let it in without us reviewing a couple things here, because see, we gonna get to this young gentleman right here. Now this brother isn't a tether. I'll go ahead and tell you his name in case you hadn't heard it, because I keep up with the geopolitical news. His name is Ibrahim Traore. I think I'm pronouncing it right. That brother is on code like Judas Malema, but we're gonna break down a couple of things about this young brother. Before we do though, we got to examine some. Oh yeah, you know we got to play this right. Yeah. Yeah, y'all know we about to play, right? Yeah, because, I'm just saying, man, we got to make sure we analyze this. This is history right here. Let me go ahead and let this play. Yeah, that's beautiful. Oh, boy, I tell you, self-defense is a beautiful thing. See, it's beautiful for everybody except for us, though. We not supposed to defend ourselves. Oh, no, but see, let me tell y'all, it was some lessons learned, because this was educational. It's educational tonight. Because, see, now we have a student that graduated the class or the University of FAFO. Now, what's the University of FAFO, ladies and gentlemen? The University of Fuck Around and Find Out. Let our proud valedictorian look at this fine, young, upstanding specimen of alabaster ass kickery academia here. Yes, say that 3 times fast. Alabaster ass kickery academia. This is a proud graduate. Look at him. He has the uniform. He's got shit stuffed up his nose where he got lumped up. He even has some dinner steak-sized lumps up under his eyes. Woo! Boy, let me tell you. You know what? Let me let the man of the hour grace us with his fine words. Graduating class of alabaster ass kick in Montgomery, Alabama, 2023. Take the mic, my good sir.
Well, turns out that 65-year-old man could really fucking throw him. Well, turns out that 65-year-old man could really fucking throw him.
Oh, did you hear the sound of defeat in the poor little giblet's voice? Well, it sounds like the 65-year-old man really can throw him. Yes. Because, see, let me explain something to you, white supremacists, and you should know this. We eat a bit different down here in the South. Yes, we got our soul food and our unhealthy stuff, but these sisters down here still believe in cooking. And see, ladies, this is another reason why you shouldn't be told, I ain't gonna cook. Down here, even though it's getting rare, you still got some black families where their grandparents still cook meals and everybody come around to eat. Then recipes get passed down. Oh, there's some healthy stuff, make you good and strong when you have to hook them jumper cables up to an ass. See, I've said it before. The men, the warrior class, foundational black American men, we're the battle tanks. The sisters are the technicians on the field, and a good technician maintains the equipment by feeding healthy meals to us so that we're able to be strong and defend our families, okay? Yeah, a woman's kitchen should be a hospital for reasons like we just saw. But we're not done yet. Because I have yet another song here, if you would like to hear it, family. Y'all in the mood to hear some more music? Because I got something that I think y'all going to really enjoy. Because we're very creative people. Would you like to hear some music here? Would you like to hear it, family? Give me a thumbs up if you want to hear some more good classic, foundational black American music. Because this is a brand new theme song. A lot of y'all might like it. Let me know if y'all want to hear it. Let me look over here in the chat room. Oh, hey, you right, brother Ralph. Field peas and rice. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You know about it. You know about it. Yeah. Oh, some thumbs up. Okay. Oh, I'm about to play something for you. Yeah. Hey, like I said, you had a bad day, you gonna laugh at this. This is hilarious.
Stop playing with these niggas.
Lego. Hey, I'm really proud of y'all. Montgomery Brawl. Bitch, not one but them all. Montgomery Brawl. Shout out bro that can swim. Montgomery Brawl. Salute shit, really all of them. Montgomery Brawl. Shout out Unc with the chair. Montgomery Brawl. Everybody that was there. Montgomery Brawl. Threw the hat off at the start. Montgomery Brawl. Man, shout out to the guard. Montgomery Brawl. Hey, now y'all done started some shit, so we gon' finish y'all it. And this time, everybody about to witness it. Y'all. Bro told them to move, just doing this job. But y'all wanted to jump him, so now we got a prize. All right, bet. Let me tell y'all what really happened. Heard they was jumping on my cousin, let me off, Captain. Cuz came out the water like, let's get it cracking. Unc came with the chair like I got some action. Cuz came no shirt like I got Sebastian. I got him. Even the women getting hit like, damn, what happened? Hey, this shit was kinda lit like, damn, it's cracking. I even seen a rock bottom like, damn, this wrestling. Seen a couple of them boys go night-night. And we got the first black man to swim to a fight. Salute. If you mad at this song, don't mention me. Don't do it. But fuck that chair going down in history. Hey, I'm really proud of y'all. Montgomery Brawl. Bitch, not one but them all. Montgomery Brawl. Shout out bro that can swim. Montgomery Brawl. Salute shit, really all of them. Montgomery Brawl. Shout out Unc with the chair. Montgomery Brawl. Everybody that was there. Montgomery Brawl. Threw the hat off at the start. Montgomery Brawl. Man, shout out to the guard. Montgomery Brawl. Yeah, this a real good moment in history right now. Let us all smile. Salute.
Yeah, so we not the same, buddy. We not. And see, it's just in case they didn't get the point, we gonna run that thing back one more time. Oh yeah, I told you, man. Listen, I'm surprised they ain't over here fucking with it. They coming. So we gonna get these jokes in before they start. Oh yeah, we running that thing back one more time.
Stop playing with these niggas.
Lego. Hey, I'm really proud of y'all. Montgomery Brawl. Bitch, not one but them all. Montgomery Brawl. Shout out bro that can swim. Montgomery Brawl. Salute shit, really all of them. Montgomery Brawl. Shout out Unc with the chair. Montgomery Brawl. Everybody that was there. Montgomery Brawl. Threw the hat off at the start. Montgomery Brawl. Man, shout out to the guard. Montgomery Brawl. Hey, now y'all done started some shit, so we gon' finish y'all it. And this time, everybody about to witness it. Bro told them to move, just doing this job. But y'all wanted to jump him, so now we got a prize. All right, bet. Let me tell y'all what really happened. Heard they was jumping on my cousin, let me off, Captain. Cuz came out the water like, let's get it cracking. Unc came with the chair like I got some action. Cuz came no shirt like I got Sebastian. I got him. Even the women getting hit like, damn, what happened? Hey, this shit was kinda lit like, damn, it's cracking. I even seen a rock bottom like, damn, this wrestling. Seen a couple of them boys go night-night. And we got the first black man to swim to a fight. Salute. If you mad at this song, don't mention me. Don't do it. But fuck that chair going down in history. Hey, I'm really proud of y'all. Montgomery Brawl. Bitch, not one but them all. Montgomery Brawl. Shout out bro that can swim. Montgomery Brawl. Salute shit, really all of them. Montgomery Brawl. Shout out Unc with the chair. Montgomery Brawl. Everybody that was there. Montgomery Brawl. Threw the hat off at the start. Montgomery Brawl. Man, shout out to the guard. Montgomery Brawl. Yeah, this a real good moment in history right now. Let us all smile. Salute.
Yeah. Hey, boy, listen. Boy, our people don't be playing no games, man. Brother done already came up with a damn song to this damn thing. Boy, listen, boy. Look, let me tell you something. Man, there's people, y'all gonna be mad for quite some time. And see, what I'm noticing is a lot of the tellers, boy, this hurt they soul too. They ain't have shit to do with it. You know why? Because see, let me tell you about the symbiotic relationship that the tellers have with the dominant society. When we turn up and whoop these white supremacist asses, the tellers get scared because that's white mommy and that white daddy they think is going to protect them, okay? And then when we whoop these teller class coons asses when we have to, they don't like that because, hey, that's their little buffer class to keep sabotaging anything we got going on. But see, this brother right here, Ibrahim Traore, okay? All right, yeah. I don't know if y'all heard about it. Hey, they turning up over there. All right? See, he's the now current president of Burkina Faso. All right. If you know anything about that, that was under a lot of French oppression, a lot of French rule. There's just one thing that I'm hoping the brother is careful on, because I understand the concept of what they're trying to do, but you have to be careful in warfare, because if you don't have equal power to punish somebody, you're not an equal partner. Okay. But this is a young brother. He's 35. He's saying, listen, fuck that. We ain't taking this no more. We're going to take our shit back. And he's making some alliances that are a bit questionable. We're going to analyze some of that. But that gap to Tether, instead of running, you should be over here with Ibrahim Traore, wherever you from, trying to make that thing happen. Okay? Yeah. See, this is why he right. He's not the same as us, and he's not the same as his routers back home. Okay? So now, this is the same young brother, Ibrahim Traore, the current president of Burkina Faso. He's made an alliance with Vladimir Putin. Okay? I'm going to show you why I'm concerned about that. Okay? I'm concerned about it because I would prefer it be other on-code African nations that they decide to partner with. This map right here, everything in the red, that's where there are Russian military bases on the continent of Africa. I know, right? I'm going to scroll up so y'all can see this. All down here in the southern part, East Africa, as you see, they damn near got a lock on that. You should see the map of the United States bases and all these other different military bases. You never put bases on your soil during peacetime. So this is what has me worried about this alliance he's trying to form, because look, they're not in it for nothing. They in it for the resources, of course, right? So I hope he's careful playing his hand with that, because I got to show you something else. Somebody else he's allied with. This crazy motherfucker. Now, I get the concept that the enemy of my enemy is my friend, but Kim Jong-un is not to be trusted, okay? That bastard over there, that's the president of North Korea, for those who don't know. He's batshit crazy. They reopened our negotiations back with them, North Korea, because, you know, we have no diplomatic ties with them. But they do, okay? So I hope the brother is very careful with what he's trying to do. I want to see them get free, but I just hope it doesn't backfire on him, okay? So those are a couple of the riders over there that didn't flee. I respect the hell out of him and Ibrahim Traore and Julius Malema and anybody else that's saying we're going to stand our ground and fight for what's ours, okay? You don't run away from your homeland and give it up to you white supremacists or nobody else, okay? So much respect to the brothers and sisters over there in Burkina Faso that's turning up right now, trying to take back control of what rightfully belongs to them, okay? Nothing but respect and support for that, all right? So, yeah, I want to show y'all something else here. We got to deal with a couple other things. Ramen Noodle. Oh, yeah, you know Ramen Noodle is coming up. We got to give him that word, too. But first, let's examine what he said.
Juneteenth is a useless holiday?
I basically do.
Single day voting on election day. We will make election day a holiday in the United States of America, so there's no complaints about it. Cancel Juneteenth or one of the other useless ones we made up. Okay? We can't have like everything be a holiday, but we'll cancel one of the other ones and make election day a holiday.
How you gonna cancel any damn thing on our homeland? See, let me go ahead and run him down real quick. First of all, Ramen Noodle, Vivek, okay? You run your ass over here and you're doing your best imitation to be a conservative white man. That's what you're trying to be, okay? So that means you're not even proud of who you are or your homeland, because you're running over here trying to be something you'll never be, which is what the greater majority of them do, okay? Because I throw them in the Tether class as well, okay? You wouldn't be able to come over here if it wasn't for our answers. We're not going to never stop telling y'all that. But then you get your punk ass over here after we made a lane for you and start telling us what you're going to counsel related to us. First of all, Juneteenth has been being celebrated by black people long before the government made it a federal holiday. But how dare you little punk ass coward? You don't have no pull back home where you at, where you fled from. How you going to come over here and tell the men that stood their ground on the country that we built what we shouldn't have and what we shouldn't do? The nerve of these bastards. Let's let them continue.
Paper ballots and government-issued voter ID that matches the voter file. That is what we will do.
Going back to your election security plan, you said you wanted to have a holiday. You said maybe cancel Juneteenth or one of those other useless holidays. Do you think Juneteenth is a useless holiday?
I basically do. Yeah.
Why are you talking about Juneteenth being a useless holiday? You're useless. Let me break down why you're useless, Ramen Noodle. You're useless to us because you're working with white supremacy, and you're really useless to the white supremacists because even though you're trying to run interference as a buffer, they don't respect your people like that. Show me anywhere in white America where they really do respect the buffer class groups. Yeah, they'll use you because they dangle the carrot of whiteness over your head and allow you to classify yourself as white. And I guarantee you, as dark as his little punk ass is, he probably identifies Caucasian. Many of them do. Look just like that. Look on their paperwork, Caucasian. They don't trust you because it's just like a snitch that's a part of the mob. If you turn on your own people or people that look like you, they know not to trust you. Okay? Think about it. When you try to marry into their families, yeah, they'll sacrifice a few of their little lower tier white women. But I tell you something, Vivek, and all the rest of you tellers in any group that's part of the buffer class. You want to see if you really got some camaraderie with the white man and the white woman? Mess around and pull one of the top tier white women. One on that the other white men won't. Now, I'm not talking about the little cast off trash. Get one that they competing from. See if they still look at you the same then. I told you I'm finna hurt their damn feelings over tonight. Look at this bastard, man. He got the look on his face before he even opened his mouth that just say, defeated. I'm defeated. I'm not a threat. I'm not going to challenge or oppose you. If you just let me be classified as white and live this little fantasy out of my head that I'm one of you, I'll help you against the niggers. Problem. As long as they've been dangling that carrot over your head, they hadn't given it to you yet. You don't have equal power as white people here in this country, and you never will. And this goofball actually thinks he's running for president. Oh, Vivek, let me tell you and all the rest of these goofy wannabes something. White people are never going to vote for you over the real deal unless you're similar to Barack Obama, who was raised in a white family, which you were not. Raised in a white family, so he has a white mind, and he's not connected to our lineage. Tyler Perry, you need to get it right. Barack Obama is not one of us. Yeah, y'all know I had to get on his ass on my community tab. But you're not one of them. You never will be, buddy. That's the most pathetic state of existence, especially for a man. Because, see, let me tell you something. The rest of your people get their courage from the warrior class. And you already assimilated into them. So you damn sure better not say nothing about your little Indian women running over here to find a zaddy because, hell, you conform to them. What's good for you is good enough for them. Have the nerve to try to criticize us. Boy, these jokes are pathetic, man.
Do you think Memorial Day, Veterans Day are useless holidays?
I don't, because I stand with the presumption of time-tested traditions. Like I said, religion is, I call these things cults. I won't dignify them as religions because religions have withstood the test of time. And so I think that if we made a national commemorative holiday for everything that's important that happened in our history, we'd have no working days left.
Our history? What you mean our? See, just because you come over here and get citizenship on paper, let's be clear, the white people don't look at you as our, and we damn sure don't look at you as our. So what's this our talk? Ain't no our. None of this history is your people's history. This isn't your history. You a Johnny come punk ass lately. That's all you are, and that's all you'll ever be.
But I think the spirit of Juneteenth, we already channeled into other holidays.
Sir, you know nothing about the spirit of Juneteenth. You will not understand that unless you're of my lineage, foundational Black American freedmen, because it is not a lineage of cowards. It's not a spirit of cowardice. You have no right to speak on something you will never understand. In fact, the business, let me go here with it, because I told you I'm going to hurt the Tether class feelings over here. Juneteenth is something we celebrate amongst ourselves, along with many other customs and traditions. What do you have that's the equivalent of that with the same pride that has for our people? Think about it. They don't really, the stuff that they're trying to come at, when you say, okay, what's the equivalent of this in your culture? Yes, I'm showing y'all how you really hit their ass with the truth. Sometimes, we gonna get the jokes in, but hit their ass with the truth. That hurts worse than any joke. What's your equivalent of Juneteenth that you carry with pride where you from? Huh? Because the little punk is part of the Brahmin class over there. That's their top tier class over there in India. And they treat the Dalit people, the darker skinned Indians, they treat them like trash over there. They murder them people and kill them. But see, this little punk right here, you coming over here trying to do your best white man impersonation. What cultural pride do you have? How can you hold that up and say that you're proud of where you're from when you come over here and assimilate into white supremacy? and the history of what the British did to your people, ramen noodle, even your little Brahmin class over there, because there was a bunch of sellouts if you really want to go down that road. Boy, don't get me started on that. You got little racists like Mahatma Gandhi, little punk ass, running around calling black people cowards, specifically continental Africans, okay? See, your heroes or whatever, they're cowards, most of them. They don't compare to ours. So see, the Tether class in any buffer class group, you fear and are insecure of us because we stand on what we say we are. Our history proves that we are not a cowardly people. Our history proves that when we have to stand one against many, we can still win. Our history proves that when we all get on cold, just like Montgomery, Alabama, we cannot be defeated. See, this is a great time in America because we're starting to rally around our culture. And why that's so important, when you rally around your culture, you start to understand who you are, where you come from, what you're fighting for, what you need to protect, what you need to do to empower yourself. And ultimately, as far as us, what does it take to end the system of white supremacy? See, that's what they're all scared of. This is why they're trying to attack different things that they think give us strength. But you can't do that, Vivek, because what we are is in our blood. That it's not gonna work, buddy. Listen, if we've been whooping these white supremacist ass over here and they can't do nothing with us, how you gonna do something with us when you fleeing from where you from? All of y'all bowed down to them. We have not. And we don't even have the numbers in the country like y'all do in y'all own nations. Yeah, I told you. I'm not playing with these bastards over tonight. Let's let this punk continue.
Like Martin Luther King Day, like President's Day. I think we can commemorate the spirit of that holiday separately. So I think that we shouldn't have redundant holidays that celebrate overlapping purposes. It should have a distinct purpose. And I think, let's be honest, the reason for making that a holiday was under political duress. It was a political hostage situation on the back of the death of George Floyd. And I think that should not be how we create holidays. We should not create holidays with a cultural gun to our head. And that's what happened with June.
Number one.
We need to create a national Tether Day, to honor you fleeing bastards where we mock all of y'all nationwide, because that's just pathetic, man. But see, a lot of you Tethers are hard-headed. You haven't really learned your lesson. Oh, yeah, you hadn't, because see, we got to take it on down to the Caribbean. Yeah, I got to go here because I saw a lot of them running their mouths talking about what shouldn't have been done in Montgomery, Alabama. Again, we do not accept or normalize abuse. You bow down so much and you sell out so much to the point that the Chinese and them bought up everything down there in the Caribbean. And then they'll come to your country and tell you what this little soy sauce supremacist is about to tell you. I'm going to let her speak for herself. Then we're going to make some commentary on it.
Jamaica is not an African nation. It's not a black country. We identify as an ethnically diverse society. People, please just stop it. Out of many, one people, Jamaicans. We do not hyphenate and we do not encourage separation by race. Number two, this one's mine. This is my granny own. This one is my mom's. And this is grandpa. Yeah, it's hardcover. Grandpa died a long time ago. If you are planning a trip to Jamaica and you don't own one of these, you're going to have to book a return flight from where you came. These are the rules. I'm just laying it down for you. If you go to Jamaica and you don't have one of these, immigration will stamp your passport and give you a set amount of time that you're allowed to stay in Jamaica. And if you overstay your welcome, we put you back on a plane and we send you back. You, not me, you back to the country from which you came. Own history.
The audacity of this piece of shit, this little soy sauce supremacist, to come to your country. Now, I got a lot of on-code Jamaican routers, good brothers and sisters that I know, love dearly. But this, talking to the Tether class from there, that should have been the last straw. Listen, let me tell you something. Put us on our own island nation. We would have ran their ass out like, you got 24 hours to get your ass up out of here. And we finna ban the rest of you from coming over here. Because see, let me tell you something about the Asian soy sauce supremacists. They copy the white supremacists. Now, I've always told you, what do they do over here? I'm finna prove what I'm saying, because all you got to do is look on a map to verify what I'm saying. I don't make frivolous statements over here just to be talking out my ass. What the white supremacists will do, they will come in, colonize you, start to off your people, then assume your identity. Think I'm wrong? Look what they did to the Native Americans. Look what they did to the Argentinians. Look what they did to the Australians. Starting to see a pattern here? The Asians are copying and pasting that same method to the point that they can come to your country and tell you you don't belong there. Do you know down there in Australia, them British criminals that are colonists of the fraud Australians, the pale alabasters, they telling the Aboriginal people they don't belong there. Look at South Africa, the damn Boers. They come down there and tell that lie over and over. These lands was uninhabited when we came here. No, they're not. You murdered and killed the people down there, and they wasn't on code enough to come together with the surrounding tribes and kick your ass. That's why you there to this day. See, they're parasitic, and they're copying and pasting the same parasitic formula that the white supremacists have. You understand what I'm saying? I'm going to play this, though, because this is going to be pretty interesting. There's going to be a sister here, Jamaican sister. She's going to give a rebuttal to this. But see, there's lessons to be learned, because as the warrior class, if you don't stand up and say no, then your women are not going to really stand up either. And you damn sure not going to have any routers as far as the children, because it's up to you to teach the children what to do in the face of oppression, which is resistance. I'm going to let this play, though. It's a lot to be learned here.
Why so much? No, ma'am. See, I am not just going to stand by and watch non-black Jamaicans erase the Africanness from my culture. See, non-black Jamaicans like to wave the motto out of many one people whenever they are trying to distract the rest of us from the systemic inequalities that exist in the country and that allows them to enjoy certain privileges. Let me just read a little of what I learned when I looked into this motto. Presenting Jamaica as a harmonious, multiracial, or even post-racial society is an exercise in nation branding, which initially served the process of decolonization and was also used to encourage foreign tourism and investment. The adoption of a national motto, flag, and anthem in 1962, a system of national heroes, and expressions of solidarity with Africa are some of the examples of nation branding at home. See, this motto was never intended to reflect reality. It was a practical exercise that was implemented to present Jamaica to the world as a racial paradise and encourage primarily white tourists to come. And as a non-black Jamaican, you and your ancestors' interests were placed above the interests of the majority non-black Jamaican. The British made sure of it around the time of independence. Let me read a little more. Economic power today is held mostly by browns and ethnic minorities, Chinese, Syrians, Lebanese. And there are also many foreign-owned businesses. Even when holding education and residence constant, dark-skinned men and women experience higher levels of economic discrimination and own fewer household items. While the top and middle tiers of the social pyramid have changed somewhat, the bottom has remained the same. Dark-skinned people engaged in low-paid, semi-skilled or unskilled work. The continuation of this color class hierarchy has been the result of differential treatment and disparate impact. In other words, while devoid of explicit racial content and often presented as offering equality of opportunity, these practices have exerted racial effects. They have...
And I said black.
So now, the sister was spitting nothing but facts. Here's my problem. It should be her men in unison, in large numbers, stepping out to defend their culture and their homeland and saying, you're not going to come here and do that. Okay? Well, where the warrior class at? Stand up, my proud on code Jamaicans, okay? You can't have that, man. But see, you remember when we tried to tell them when that white group won best reggae album? Oh, shut up, niggas. Them and the Tether class from the African country. Oh, shut up, niggas. We tried to tell them when what's the little chick, the little alabaster started appropriating their culture with their little hairstyles and wearing a little bikini with Jamaican flags. Oh, shut up, niggas. Okay, all right. We sit back. We're like, didn't we tell your hard-headed asses? We know these white supremacists, but y'all won't listen. Okay? So, we got to get to this clown here, Sneeko. Yeah, y'all know who he is. He's Filipino and supposedly half black, but either way, you're tethered with this mindset. I'm going to play this, and I got to do this because I'm going to educate right after he speaks. I'm going to educate a lot of people that try to come tell me on Twitter and other places where I'm at on these different platforms, Instagram, try to tell me I didn't know what I was talking about when I made a specific point. That's okay. Since the black man don't know what he's talking about, I got something for them after Sneeko here with his little punk ass. After he speak, we're going to give them a thorough education. Oh, yeah. Y'all finna learn something tonight. Let me let this clown talk.
Culture promotes degeneracy. That's something that everybody knows. Like, you listen to any rap music, like Durk. I listen to Lil Durk all the time. He's rapping about murder all the time. He knows that will sell more music. He knows that rap beef and like, I'm gonna kill you, you're gonna kill me. But you're 29 with kids, still talking about like killing other people, and you're gonna risk your life over music. Like everything that hip hop promotes, besides Ye and besides a few like Christian rap or stuff like that, it's all just drugs, murder, bitches. When a black person becomes more affluent, when they put on a suit, when they get a good job, when they speak correctly, you're speaking white. Yo, why are you talking like a white boy? I'm just speaking English properly. When they talk about keeping black culture black in those affluent areas, they mean they want a doctor who's also sagging. They want a doctor who's still banging and throwing up signs.
I agree that there's a lot of stuff within hip-hop culture that is kind of negative, for sure.
All of it.
All of it. Like, you really put me on the spot here to like think about it objectively.
All of it. Sitting on there with that little goofy white supremacist Adam 22. First of all, let's get something straight. When we say talking white, we're not talking about speaking the King's English properly or enunciating properly. We're talking about speaking with that forced white inflection, trying to sound like a surfer boy or a valley girl. That's what we talking about. And he knows that. Now, when he started talking about criticizing hip-hop, okay, if hip-hop is so bad, if it's such an evil thing, why is the world, who says it's so bad, copying everything we do in hip-hop? Huh? If it's bad, you can't criticize it and copy it. You shouldn't want nothing to do with it. Stop imitating our music. And the last and final point, before I let this education play for the people that tried to argue with me about what the Filipinos call themselves down there, I got something for them. Let me tell you something. The insult to our people, Sneeko, you probably don't even know what I'm about to tell you. The only reason your people are really still here in large numbers is because of a brother that used to be a part of the United States military by the name of David Fagan, who went down there and took pity on the way the American military was slaughtering the Filipinos. They call it the nigger wars. That's what they call it. Look it up. He taught them how to fight and do guerrilla warfare and save their people. And they never killed him. David Fagan died of old age down there. See, when you start looking at these different tether classes, start looking into the history of what our people did for them. Ethiopia, same thing. It wouldn't have been an Ethiopian Airlines without the brother that went over there and taught them how to fly them planes. See, everywhere you look, these disrespectful cultures that coming from us, this is why it pays to know your history. Because you be like, hey, wait a minute, don't you dare get disrespectful of my lineage on my soil when we helped you, okay? See, I could go on and on about that, but see, I got to educate a lot of the people that tried to tell me I didn't know what I was talking about when I said Filipinos to majority classify themselves as white. Because black folks, we don't know, right? Cool, no problem. I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to let them tell you. Let's all roll this beautiful bean footage.
Audrey and May tried to explain to me how the Filipinos have managed to get along by going along.
Filipinos are not considered a race other than white because Spain owned the...
What she say? Now you see they hair with the little old pseudo afro sitting on there, okay? And they call them the niggas of Asia, by the way. But you heard she say she identifies as, let's let her get back to it,
Philippines, so they were just considered white. They were citizens of Spain when they came here.
Well, what do all Filipinos consider themselves?
Well, when, for instance, when we were born on our birth certificate, it's white.
Yes, they've changed that now. But our children also has white on their birth certificate.
Yeah, white.
Well, tell me, what do you consider yourself?
White. We always...
Right. Yeah, you barely damn say the damn word. See, let me tell you something. Don't you ever let these people from these places come over and talk about they don't understand nothing about race. Yes, the hell you do. Because see, the reason why they want their kids to have that on the birth certificate, they recognize white as a status symbol. That's what they think it is. No, it ain't nothing about your ass that's white at all. At all. Nothing. See, this is a defeated, broken, schizophrenic tether class mindset. You can never claim to be proud of who you are and where you from when you won't even claim who you are. You can't find a foundational Black American man or woman over here that denies our heritage. We hold our heads up proud of our family and our ancestors. But you sitting over here down in the Philippines where they want to wipe you out, talking about you identify with the oppressor class. Talk about Stockholm Syndrome. Oh, it gets worse. I'm going to let them tell you. I'm going to be quiet.
Dated American boy. In our childhood, we had segregated schools, segregated churches. So of course we did not go to colored. We call them colored. We did not go to colored schools at all. We just went to the white schools and the white churches. Grandma would just ask the boys, "Oh, what is your mother's maiden name?" And she would tell us, "Don't go out with that boy. He's mixed." Grandma, what do you mean mixed? You know what I mean mixed. His people have black blood in it.
There's no better test for race mixing than a graveyard. Unlike blacks, the Filipinos could be laid to rest next to, below, or on top of the other white citizenry. Buried here is the grave of Great Aunt Nan. She was the Bertinong family enforcer when it came to mixed marriages. Audrey and May tried to explain to me how the Filipinos have managed to get along by going along.
Filipinos are not considered a race other than white because Spain owned the Philippines, so they were just considered white. They were citizens of Spain when they came here.
So because Spain once owned your landmass, you think that genetically makes your ignorant ass white. See, they're not the only people that think this way, family. And see, the reason why I'm showing you this, the younger ones that come over here, they try to deny that. What you talking about? When you got white on your paperwork, but see, when you go back and you get their elders to talking, oh, they're not gonna hide shit because that's an accomplishment to them. Oh, yes. They're gonna let it all hang out. See, I know where all the bones are buried when the tether class from any region start talking disrespectful about us. That's why I put this broadcast here tonight, because after it's over, you gonna have it too. Let this continue. She's got a lot more she's gonna say.
What do all Filipinos consider themselves?
Well, for instance, when we were born on our birth certificate, it's white.
Yes, they've changed that now. But our children also has white on their birth certificate.
Yeah, white.
Well, tell me, what do you consider yourself?
White. We always dated American boy. In our childhood, we had segregated schools, segregated churches. So of course we did not go to colored. We call them colored. We did not go to colored schools at all. We just went to the white schools and the white churches. Grandma would just ask the boys, "Oh, what is your mother's maiden name?" And she would tell us.
Playing it back, because see, they told me I didn't know what I was talking about. They're in the Philippines, and these are Filipino people telling you they identify as right, like she says.
Don't go out with that boy. He's mixed. Grandma, what do you mean mixed? You know what I mean mixed. His people have black blood in it.
There's no better test for race mixing than a graveyard. Unlike blacks, the Filipinos could be laid to rest next to, below, or on top of the other white citizenry. Buried here is the grave of Great Aunt Nan. She was the Bertinong.
You know you have to be completely mentally damaged when you want your graves to be next to your damn colonizer's grave. Do you know how deep that is? See, this is why we can't do nothing with these types of people. The tether class, that is, you can't do nothing with any group of tethers from any region of the world that look at our oppressors as something to idolize and worship. You trying to prop the enemy up. We trying to dismantle this global evil white supremacist system. We can't get on code with them. They too far gone. It ain't shit we can do with them, but keep them from sabotaging our movements of empowerment.
Family enforcer when it came to mixed marriages.
Boy. So now that we got that straight, y'all heard it from the horse's mouth. They identify as right, not white, right. Can't even pronounce the damn word. You talking about you identified that. But see, our brother Tariq Nasheed held a Twitter space, and I thought this was very interesting to analyze here tonight, okay? Yeah, we're going to play this, and you know what? Before we do, I forgot to put this up. Since we got no people in here, just a brief reminder. Let me go ahead, put this on the screen here. Yeah, the white supremacists that jumped on that brother, they have a mini mart in Selma. Now, we all know that not another black dollar should go to that place, but they should have some friendly encouragement to explore greener pastures. Because if you don't like black folk, then you shouldn't have no white businesses around black people. That means our black money is no good. Look at them sitting up here all on the boat. Yeah, that's all right, you little alabaster demons. That's why the sun is getting hotter and hotter, and your little asses is going to be sunburned. We ain't got to worry about that, okay? The hotter it get, we built for it. We're people of the sun, okay? But you not. Look at them sitting down. Look at these thugs and handcuffs, a bunch of damn criminals. Yeah. See? Oh, and see, I tell you, I got some other content I'm going to work on too, because I'm going to get on some of these coons that's trying to defend them people. But I just want y'all to know, let me put it back up here. You scroll down, Chase Shipman, okay? Selma, Vassar's Mini Mart. Okay, y'all know what to do, my Alabama brothers and sisters. Spread the word. It's out there. I want to make sure I do my part and let y'all see this here tonight. So we're going to take that down, and we're going to get back to analyzing this here because, see, like Tether said at the beginning of the broadcast, we not the same. And this is going to be another good example why.
We got a lot of people up in here. All right, what's up in Africa? Hop on, man. In Africa. All right.
Yes, Tariq, how are you?
Yes, sir. How are you, man?
Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate your support for our brothers and sisters in Niger.
Yes.
Yeah, that's really.
Now, wait, what country? What country are you from?
Uganda.
Uganda. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but living in the UK.
Go ahead. You're living in the UK. Got it. So, what's on your mind, brother?
Yeah, I've been following your work about the issue of the Foundation Black Americans, and
yes.
Besides the reparations that you guys are demanding, what else are you looking forward to in terms of, for example, culture? In terms of, are you going to be crafting a new culture? Are you going to be crafting new customs and stuff like that?
See, let me chime in for our brother Tariq, give him this work here, because tell the class, foundational Black American freedmen, that's our lineage. We already have an intact culture, which you copy worldwide. You know, the funny thing, see, for those of you, if you ever start traveling, I got to put this out here. Some of these places where you go, particularly on the continent, okay, they imitating our style of dress from like 20 years ago. Walking around like that's still how we dress. I bullshit you not. I'm telling you, they so far behind trying to imitate us. And then when they come over here, they wonder, how did you know? Because you behind on everything. And I'm not just talking about the style of dress. They're behind on how the rest of the world works. I got to call it like it is. Because they always trying to befriend the damn oppressor class. And they thinking that, hey, they going to be so much smarter than everybody else. Then we try to tell their hard-headed ass, can't tell them nothing until they end up like Christian Obumseli. Not mocking it. I'm just saying this happens over and over. When are they going to learn? Brother Tariq is about to break his ass down, though, because, see, they always got questions about our movements and what we're doing when that don't have nothing to do with them. And number two, most importantly, you can't give foundational Black American freedmen advice on anything when you fled home, haven't been back, have no plans of going back, not working on building anything while you here with the economics that you acquire, whether it's here in America, the UK, or wherever. You have no input. You are a failure. That's like the goddamn Tower Boy trying to tell the championship players on the team how to win the goddamn game. You never played. Sit your Tower Boy till the ass down. But hey, Brother Tariq about to handle him.
Are we going to craft? Well, we already have our culture. We already have certain customs that's very unique to foundational Black Americans. We already have that. We've had them for centuries.
Oh, if I may ask, for example, how do foundation Black Americans look at issues to deal with religion, issues to deal with food, issues to deal with, burial ceremonies and stuff like that? Because if I look around America, different states have different burial and marriage ceremonies, most of which might have been influenced by white supremacists. What do you have to say about that?
Yeah, some of them, a lot of them were influenced by the dominant white society, some of the so-called burial customs. There were some customs of burial that were unique to us that were mysteries to white people. In fact, we have something or had something called the Great Dismal Swamp in the Virginia, North Carolina area. And it was a place that was a sanctuary area for Black people who were escaping persecution and slavery. They had a mysterious way of burying the people because they have never found any of the burial sites there. They've never found any of the bodies of the dead. And they're still trying to figure out how exactly they got rid of the people who passed. And the reason why I think they came up with unique ways or clandestine ways to bury their people, they didn't want any bodies to float down or any sense to come about that would give away their location. So we did little unique things like that as far as our culture of being maroons and being people who had to duck and dodge a system of oppression. So we had to come up with very unique things that have not been figured out to this day. As far as our food, we have so many amazing customary foods that are unique to foundational Black Americans. Our soul food and Southern cuisines are infamous worldwide. Our music cultures are infamous worldwide and imitated worldwide. So we have our cultures and customs.
Interesting. Let me ask you one more thing, yeah? You see, because I've been following your spaces, see, like, personally, I believe all Black people are not the same. I also hold that particular view. And if you want to find that out, of course, you have to come to Africa. Now, in Africa, for example, if we name, we give people different names. And
right,
with your name, I can point exactly where you come from on the continent. For example, if I come to America and I find someone called Dembele.
I got to pause it real quick before Tariq finishes educating Tether boy here. But Brother Amir L brought up a very interesting point. And I don't know if a lot of you know this, but he's correct about it. Amir L, you know your history, brother. One of the secrets of why they can't find the bodies of our ancestors down there in the Great Dismal Swamp, they actually planted shrubbery and trees over the bodies after they buried them, okay, to hide that, all right? That's what they did. See, Brother Amir, see, you on point, man. A lot of people don't understand how strategic our ancestors were in the Great Dismal Swamp about covering their tracks, making sure they couldn't be spotted. They knew that place inside and out, how to survive off the land, how to purify the water. White people, see, let me tell you something. The white supremacists, they're still trying to figure out how to do that to this day because they look at it like they didn't have no modern technology. And these people figured out how not only to live and thrive, but to whoop our asses to the point where we can't even come in here and do nothing with them. See, they fear us because they know if the roles were reversed, they would not survive. Don't you ever let any foundational Black American freedman child hold their head down. We have a proud history, and it's a long overdue for us to be talking about it the way we are here. So we're going to let Brother Tariq get back to educating this sample right here, this Tether sample. Let it continue.
I can easily trace that Dembele is not a name that comes from southern part of Africa. It comes from West Africa. And I can easily point out that it comes from maybe somewhere around Nigeria, somewhere around Guinea, around that area. Now, when we come to foundation Black Americans, right, what I especially on the issue of identity, something I'm trying to understand. For example, if I look at the name Tariq Nasheed, okay, and I look at a name or maybe Malcolm something, the names that, foundation Black Americans have. If I, for example, 100 years down the road, don't you think that your great grandchildren will try to trace who their great?
Oh, time out. We got to stop the education for a moment. See, I done told y'all, boy, my chat room be here. That's why I be trying to look over there too much. Brother Art Newstyle say Jazzy B from soul to soul. Oh, no. Hey, man. Art, you hell for that, bro. You hell, bro. Hey, look, the picture, I mean, come on, now. It's kind of a resemblance there. Oh, my God, boy. Y'all, man. Listen. It's good to know I'm not the only one with the jokes. Cause see, I be trying to blend into education, but if the shit funny, we gonna laugh. Like I said, their feelings gonna be hurt tonight. And see, let me make this point. This dumbass question that this Tether just asked over here talking to Brother Tariq, how would your children know where you're from, your grandchildren? Because we have a long, extensive family history. Family reunions, our people know where we're from. See, you keep projecting to the class. We're not like you where we don't know what our birthdays are and where our people originally come from. That's passed down in our families, in our albums, family photo albums. So, of course, his children would know he's from here and not Saudi Arabia because of his name. See how they reach with that foolishness? It's just asinine and ridiculous. This is going to get embarrassing here because Tariq about to school his ass. But the stupid stuff that they come up with. I mean, man, if they put that much energy into focusing on fixing their homeland, they would have to flee all the damn time.
Grandfather was Tariq Nasheed, and they would be looking in the Arabian Peninsula and not in America.
Got it. They would look here and look, we have names that are very unique to foundational Black Americans. Some of those names, the Shaquitas and Jabrillas and Lavandas, we can kind of tell who's a foundational Black American. We have some of those names that people have dubbed ghetto names, but those names are very unique to foundational Black Americans. So when we see some of those names, I can kind of tell what part of the South they may have came from. They came from the South, or they might have come from the Southeast somewhere. So we have names that are somewhat unique. Now, the issue, you spoke about names in Africa. Now, we're going to have to be very clear because a lot of you African brothers and sisters, y'all sit up here and talk about your names as if they're some type of ancient names, and they're not. Not only are your names not ancient, sir, y'all didn't even have last names until relatively recently. Y'all didn't get last names until the white colonizers came over there and gave y'all last names. Before the mid 1800s, y'all only had first names. The surnames are very unique to Africa. And the white supremacists came over here giving you these names based on very cosmetic characteristics, based on your looks, based on your height, whatever the Ugandan word for big nose, that would be your name. Or they would name you after your father. So if your father was Umduge, you would be Umduge son, and that would be your last name. So y'all got this whole name thing really tripped up when you just got a lot of those names relatively recently over there. Those are not ancient names by any stretch of the imagination, sir.
Okay.
Right?
Can I correct you on that, please? Just
go ahead and correct me.
Yeah, because when you say Africans, you're mixing up so many different things. Because there's no thing called there's no one tribe called Africa or one country called Africa.
Now, look at him trying to be a smart ass because he knows Tariq knows his history and knows his stuff, and he's about to embarrass the hell out of him. But see, I'm going to do you all a solid here tonight because this is a classroom over here, okay? So if you want to know more about the truth that Tariq stated about their surnames being recent in the modern era, you know your brother keeps up with this types of stuff, so I'm going to drop some insight in the chat room. The link to that article that I just put in there will give you the 411 on just how recent their surnames are. Oh, it's got a lot more information in there too. Hey, in fact, the business, I'm going to put that link in there one more time, okay? Bookmark that article. Let me tell you something right now. I already know some of you sisters going to light their ass up. Once you give that a thorough read, just go down the stuff. You know what? I ain't going to even say nothing. Just go down it. You're going to have plenty of ammunition about what they can't criticize when it comes to us. When they start trying to talk about, oh, they got all these ancient customs and names. Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. The truth hurts, and the truth shall set you free. Let's let it continue.
We have so many different tribes, different customs, different names. If you come to the continent, you could trace around 6,000 languages, okay? So I think when you mention a name, the reason why a name is very important, especially to us Africans, to us, for example, the tribe that I come from in Uganda, it literally points out exactly who your great-grandfathers are. And personally, I can trace my great-grandfathers to around 1850s, right? And before the white colonialists came, we actually had, the concept of a surname and a first name is something that has just been brought with language in terms of English, Spanish, and all these colonial languages, and French. But when you came to Africa, we had names like, for example, someone would be named according to their tribe. And in a tribe, you had a totem. A totem would be linked to a certain animal. For example, a name like Walusimbi, it's a Ugandan name. If you mention that name, for example, I don't know if I have enough time, but let me explain this to you.
Let me interrupt them here and point out something else they don't tell you when they get to talking about their culture and history and how much they revere it. Let me tell you something that they're a lot of them ashamed of, and they don't want you to know this because you can look up what I'm about to tell you. Let me tell you why they lost a lot of that accurate knowledge. See, they used to keep traditions in a lot of the different nations over there before the Berlin Conference by oral tradition, okay? And a lot of that was not written down and preserved when the colonizers came and took places over and everything and outlawed them practicing their original religions and customs, okay, and forced the foreign languages on them over there. That's why you have parts of West Africa where they speak French and different parts of Northern Africa where they speak different languages. And now the Chinese are coming over there trying to make them speak Mandarin. Let me tell you what they did. A lot of those people over there, not all, but a lot, what happened was towards the end of colonization, when they started trying to say, okay, this is a new way of things. Okay, we're not going to practice our traditional customs. They start being afraid to speak their natural accents, thinking that they don't speak the king's English or the queen's English or whatever, that they're supposed to be ashamed of that. When that generation started going to the UK and going to these different universities in these white countries, they just forgot about a lot of their traditional oral things and they didn't try to duplicate that and write that down. So when Tariq says stuff like that, they start stuttering and stumbling because one, they were like, how did he know? How did you know, nigga? Yeah, we know. We know the truth. The truth is, sadly, a lot of y'all over there where you at don't really have pride in the traditions of your ancestors. They look at them as like they outdated. They even pick on each other in a lot of the schools if they can't properly speak English over there, instead of being proud to speak your mother tongue. Let me tell you something. I love African accents and Caribbean accents. I think that's something very beautiful. Just like we're proud of our accents in the different regions we are over here. We don't have that in us to be ashamed about anything about ourselves. That's why we don't have all that damn bleaching going on over here like that. So that's the truth about why a lot of their history as pertains to their original names and a lot of the original customs, the younger generation just cast it to the side. A lot of them did. Not all, but enough for them to be confused about things like their birthdays and things like that, okay? So it's not made up. See, you don't have to roast them. You just have to hit them with the truth. And see, when they start getting mad, that's when you know you struck a nerve. Because nobody don't have to make up no lies. We know your history. You should know your history. Stop being ashamed of who you are. Let's let it continue.
In relation with my tribe, okay? If I came to America and I found a Ugandan and he told me that his name is Walusimbi, I would exactly know where he comes from and I trace him exactly to his family, where he comes from in Uganda. For example, how would I do it? So I realized that Walusimbi is a Chiganda name coming from the Baganda tribe, the biggest tribe in Uganda, over 10 million people. So amongst those 10 million people, I can still trace exactly the family he comes from. How? So I go to his tribe, the Baganda, then I go to his clan or the totem called the Fumbe or the civic cat. Then I go into that civic cat, whatever clan, and then he comes from a particular house in that particular clan, and he comes from a particular particular sort of pillar in that particular clan.
Oh, I ain't gonna let him get away with this because, see, I know a little bit about why some of their history is missing over there, too. See, when you start to look at their little tribal beefs going back, Let me tell you what they would do to each other. Because, see, they always talk about black on black crime and what we do to each other. Yeah, we know we got our issues over here. But, see, over there back in those times, and this was before like, the Berlin Conference, when they would come over there and have their little wars with each other, they would destroy a lot of that village or that particular area's history as a way to wipe them out, okay? Wipe out their history. See, they don't like talking about that part. Why they always point the finger, but see, when you tell your draws at, for those of us that study global black history, you can't hide that stuff from us. See, this is why we try to tell a lot of you Tether class, stand down. Don't make me open up the truth and hit you in the face with it, because you ain't gonna have no way to explain it away. It's the truth. Let's let it continue.
So with that, you can easily trace where this person exactly comes from, not just being generic. For example, if you say the name Walusimbi comes from Uganda, and that's all you know. You get it, yeah? So you have to be able to trace it. And for the names, we had, for example, Walusimbi would have another name called Mayanja, okay? And that's why when the colonialists came, they pegged all the first names that were given were to baptize people in terms of, whatever, Christianity or Islam and all this kind of stuff. And that's why you would find so many Africans having a religious name as well as an African name. But things are now changing. People are now having both, African names or whatever you would call it. And that's why I was asking you about, for example, the name Tariq Nasheed. If I found you in United Arab Emirates, or if I found you maybe in North Africa, I would get confused and I wouldn't be able to trace you to, Foundation Black Americans. The point I'm trying to make is,
you have no point, Tether boy. Tether Tower boy, you have no point. Because, see, family, look. Let me tell you another reason. Again, like I said, salute to Ibrahim Traore, Julius Malema, PLO Lumumba, Joshua Mapanga. There's several routers over there on the continent that are not taking shit lying down and trying to make change, okay? They don't have the Tether tap dance shoes on. But this is the question I have to ask him, okay? For all of the nations over there, because I already said, you can look this up, there's over 20-something nations that are willingly a part of the British Commonwealth, the place that did the most devastation to the continent, okay? Why in the nations over there today do they still have the laws, customs, and practices of the colonizers still on the books? Why are they still under certain imposed languages on them instead of saying, okay, we've gotten our freedom and our independence, we're going to go back to our traditional ways? No, you didn't do that, because in your mind, you become assimilated into worshiping your damn oppressors. See, when you start asking the common sense questions, there's no way to run around that. Because if you're really proud of who you are, so look, let me go ahead and pay respect to one of the ancestors over there that actually did that. Salute to the late, great Robert Mugabe. That was the African president over there that had the most degrees. Very brilliant man. As soon as he got his weight up enough to oppose those bastards over there, Ian Smith, over there, and the so-called Rhodesia, he kicked their ass out of his country and renamed that shit. And then they put sanctions on Zimbabwe to this day for the same thing that Haiti did. How you gonna put sanctions on somebody, you damn alabaster demon thieves, for taking back something that don't belong to you? Ain't that a bitch? You gonna come into somebody's shit, they kick your ass out where you weren't supposed to be there, you gonna put sanctions on them. See, we pay more respect to a lot of their icons and writers than a lot of them do. I'm not gonna say all, but a lot of them, they don't even hold their heads up proud about their icons and heroes like that. We respect writers like Winnie Mandela, okay? That sister was about the business. Look, I can name several other people in their history that were actual writers over there trying to do the right thing until people turned on them, like Thomas Sankara. And by the way, Thomas Sankara, in the spirit of Thomas Sankara, the young brother Ibrahim Traore is doing what he did. I hope they don't turn on him like they did the good brother Thomas Sankara, because when they get routers, they turn on them. Same thing down there in Haiti. But I digress, though. All I'm saying is, family, this is why we keep stressing that you know this type of history. So if you have to get engaged in a discussion with them, you can hit them with a few jokes. Yeah, we the kings roasting, but start hitting them with this truth. Ask them some questions, be like, hey, why don't you hold up and reveal your icons? They got a whole bunch of smoke for Brother Tariq, for making the documentary 1804. Not all, but a lot of Tether class. I'm like, okay, if you didn't want him to do it, why didn't you go do it? Aren't you proud of that? You see what I'm saying? So yeah, like I said, we're gonna let our Tether boy get back to babbling though.
Don't you think that it would also be paramount for you to push for Foundation Black Americans to have, Foundation Black American names, such that even if you travel to China, you can easily know that this brother is a Foundation Black American?
Well, we understand our culture, and the names are whatever. We understand what our culture is, no matter what the names are. But the thing is, you're over there. Well, you're from Uganda, and you guys were colonized by Britain, and you're in Britain now. And many of the people over there have Christianized names and Christianized customs over there in Uganda. Not only that, even before the British came, the Arabs were over there turning the people out and influencing the culture over there. In fact, many people, that famous king over there, King Mwanga, remember him? Kabaka Mwanga over there when it was called Buganda. He was one of the first openly bisexual leaders over there. They like to point to him. And they were saying that he got turned out by the Arabs, and he tried to turn out some of the other people over there, bringing some of those customs from outside of Africa. And the people would rather die than be turned out by him. That's where the Ugandan martyrs came from.
So now I'm going to pause and interject a brief fact of history, okay? For the young ones, because I know most of my audience over here, my age and older, I know you know this, but for you young black brothers and sisters that are listening over here, when it comes to the transatlantic slave trade, slavery, it goes in this order. The Arabs enslaved our people, black folks globally, for 1,400 years, okay? Then it went down to the Portuguese, okay, then the British, and the British perfected it, and the United Kingdom, all that so-called wealth they have, all of that is stolen from Africa. See, you tell the class, instead of worrying about us, you need to get your reparations movement popping from them places that I just named. Instead, we saw it in this very broadcast. Instead, some of you were mourning the damn queen. No, you should be trying to duplicate our reparations movement and get the justice that you deserve. Not coming over here trying to Monday morning quarterback what we got going on. No, we got this. You need to take notes. You hadn't even built the team yet to fight for justice over there in large majority, but you quarterbacking our team that's already built, that's got wins on our belt. I'm telling you again, tell the Tower Boys, sit down.
They're very famous over there. You're familiar with them, right?
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
But the Uganda matters, if you look at their names, most of them were not actually Christian names. They were actually Chiganda names.
Right, but the point is, I'm saying the point about the martyrs were they didn't want to get raped by this dude who brought this new custom from the outside. He brought a sexual custom from outsiders, and the people there would rather martyr themselves and say, hey, you'll kill us before we engage in what he has going on, because that's coming from somewhere else. So the point is, a lot of the outside customs were brought over there, and they were influencing the culture over there in the Ugandan area, and the colonization over there influenced the culture. So you guys were colonized around the same time, you understand, as we were. So there's a lot of cultural things that y'all got to get together over there before you say, hey, us foundational Black Americans got to get our culture together. Our culture is intact. We didn't leave. We still stand here and stand on our culture. You guys got turned out and flipped, and then you had to bounce. So y'all got to get that culture straight over there in Uganda, sir. That makes sense?
And for those that are wondering who was the ruler that Tariq was talking about, that would be King Mwanga II, okay, in Uganda. Now, King Mwanga I, he went on the glitter boy Billy Porter type stuff that his son was on. And Mwanga II, that's the one that when you start trying to hear them tell the lie about homosexuality being prevalent in Africa, no, it wasn't. They always point to that one guy, okay? That was not something they did traditionally over there. That was brought over there by the colonizers. A lot of white supremacists would try to make up the lie that, oh, the Africans were practicing that. No, they wouldn't. No, they wouldn't. See, that's one thing about foundational Black Americans. We'll tell the truth, even if we butt heads with you and tell the class, because we know that standing on truth is what empowers the people. Lies do the opposite. Lies weaken you, okay? So it would be King Mwanga II. Look that history up. And Tariq is very right about that. Those brothers that he took captive, think about it. He wanted to turn them into Billy Porters, and they were like, nah, bro, you just gonna have to kill us before we willingly go along with that. And they died. There's a college over there named after them called the Uganda Martyrs University, okay? And salute to the Ugandan people. Some of them are very cool people, man. I ain't got nothing but love for someone. A lot of Ugandan friends I have, okay? But I just wanted to fill you in on that bit of history. I'm going to let Brother Tariq get back to it here, and we're going to continue to learn these lessons.
Yeah, it does make sense, but the point that I'm trying to make here is the point about identity. And I understand that, what the white man does first, or what the colonialists did first in terms of identity, was to take away our names, right? And then they give you,
Right.
and then they give you a name like maybe Malcolm or maybe Martin Luther or something like that, meaning that if you were taken from Africa, you wouldn't trace exactly where you were, which part of Africa you were taken out of, where you were taken from. That's why when you see the reparation of, the bringing back of slaves into the continent in the two places of Liberia and Sierra Leone, it was incompatible because the people they dropped there, they were not from there, majority of them, right? And all of a sudden, they actually became, alien or, some sort of imperialists who actually ended up enslaving what do you call them? They ended up enslaving.
See, when they get to babbling, he started stuttering. That boy sounded like a damn raggedy ass running motor, man. Like, stop stuttering. See, if you're telling the truth and you approach things from a state of good faith, and if you know what you're talking about, you ain't got to do all that stuttering. We seen DJ Kareem Jean-Pierre with her stuttering ass. I'm gonna light her ass up too. I got something for her. Oh, trust me, we gonna get her. We got some stuff coming up over here. But my point is this: stop trying to tell us what to do. You not in no position. If you ain't got if you had your homelands popping, you can say, listen, this is what y'all need to do to get it popping. We can help you. You're not doing that. You fleeing up under somebody else's tree, and then you trying to criticize somebody else that built this motherfucker. Come on, man. You don't have no skin in the game to criticize us. But hey, I digress. Let me let them get back to
it. Enslaving the native indigenous Africans they found in Liberia and Sierra Leone. So the point that I'm trying to make is identity is very important. And identity starts with the name, and then it heads on with the language. That's why if you come to
identity starts with the culture. Oh, we know the identity is important. You know it too, because that's why all of you are pissing bricks, okay? Every time we rally around solidifying our culture and getting on code behind it. Oh, we know how important the identity is, okay? We know that. It's you that seem to have a problem with it. See, it's the craziest thing. To go to show you how deeply entrenched those mental chains are around their minds and that Pavlovian conditioning I was telling you about in the earlier part of the broadcast. If they had any sense, they would look towards us, fellow black people, and say, okay, these brothers and sisters over here are kicking ass and taking names. They're trying to get free. What about that did we lose? Okay, and I know what it is that they lost. See, this is what they don't understand. When you start being ashamed of your cultural icons, the Shaka Zulus, the Winnie Mandelas, okay, the Thomas Sankaras, okay, I could go on and on. Patrice Lumumba, Robert Mugabe, and John Magufuli, recently deceased ancestor of Tanzania, that African president was on code. He was one of the few riders. When you start being ashamed of that history, that weakens your bloodline and future generations. I'm going to say it again. When you start being ashamed of your culture, your history, who you are as a people, that weakens your bloodline and future generations because you teaching people to shun the knowledge of what gives you the empowerment, and that's the core of your spirit. We know these things, Tether Tower boy. You have nothing to teach us on that. Let's let them continue.
Africa today, whereas the colonialists, managed to in their endeavors, but they did not entirely wipe out our culture. That's why if you come, there are so many movements of people who are actually trying to, speak their own local language, hold on to their, their names and stuff like that. Because at the end of the day, that's our culture. But one last point I would like to make before I leave.
Hold on, okay. But the thing is, man, you got to understand culture. Many of those tribal groups over there, a lot of those tribes are relatively new tribes. Some of those were newly formed tribes because when the white supremacists sat up in Berlin and had the Berlin Conference, they sat there carving Africa up into different territories and different maps, and then they would absorb different ethnic groups that were a part of one group at one point. When they carved it up, they became part of another ethnic group. And
now, pay attention to what Tariq just said, okay? Because there's a book that I recommend that you all check out by Howard W. French, Africa, China's Second Continent. Read that book. It's called Africa, China's Second Continent by Howard W. French. That book is reading like a newspaper because, like I showed you that map of all those Russian military bases over there in the red early in the broadcast when I introduced you to the young brother, 35 years old, Ibrahim Traore, the current president of Burkina Faso. This is what I'm afraid of. If they don't solidify getting on code around their culture, practicing Pan-Africanism on the continent first, because they don't between nations, just call it what it is, and solidifying things so they can say, okay, we're going to ally with the Russians or the Chinese or whatever, but after the end of this goal that's accomplished, you're not going to come in here and take over nothing. See, in other words, what I'm afraid of is neo-colonization. Because when you start setting up military bases in all them different places, let me tell y'all something. Any former combat veteran knows what I'm about to say to be true. When a foreign military sets up a military base, they don't just pick any place willy-nilly. It's set up strategically, not just to defend whatever nation. This is what Americans don't like to tell them, and this is what the Tether class better understand about their homelands. Inviting all these people into your country to put bases up during peacetime. You can't go to China and put an African military base. You're not going to go to UK and put an African military base. You're not going to come to America and put an African military base. You see this pattern? They set those military bases up strategically, so if they ever want to take your shit over, they got you cut off from this water supply. They got you cut off from access to these resources. I mean, listen, I'm telling you how the game go. I know they can't tell me nothing about that, okay? 20 years worth of experience. I already know. I know how they think. But see, when you try to tell them that, oh, shut up, nigga. Okay, no problem. Sadly, a lot of them gonna learn the hard way, but I'm actually really honestly hoping that the young brother Ibrahim Traore, if I was him, I would meet with Julius Malema. And maybe he is already, okay, because he shouldn't be announcing his plans to the world. But I would like to see him link up with other on-code African leaders over there and form a continental African military. It don't even have to be all the nations. If you could just get 25 of them to get on code and say, hey, look, touch one of us anywhere, fight us all everywhere. Oh, you put sanctions on my sister country? Get your ass out my country. You bad. You can't come over here. You don't get no resources neither. And if I do something to you, I'm going to tax the piss out your ass until you go and get those sanctions off my sister country. But see, that's too much like right. Too much like right. I'm going to digress and let them get back to it here.
Then another group was created. So again, y'all try to make it seem like these different ethnic groups are these ancient tribes with all of these very unique and 1,000-year-old traditions. Most of these are new Negroes, man. They got flipped and turned into new ethnic groups based on the colonization. They got new names based on the colonization. They got new cultures and customs based on the colonization, sir. And that's the long and short of it, right?
Yeah, that's true. What you're saying is actually true. And that's how I actually got an identity known as American Rebellions. You know, like when, these brothers were brought back from, the end of slavery,
Okay. Thank you. Let me get some more because brother, okay. All right. Let me get brother kind of babbling a little bit, to be honest, man. All right. The brother was kind of babbling. All right. I'm trying to give him, all right. I just went on. You were kind of babbling, brother. You just kind of saying stuff. So I like to get to the nitty gritty. Yeah. Let's get to the long and short of it. Don't be with all it. Well, my people, we have our customs for so many years. So many. No. Let's stop. How come the foundation of Black Americans, you don't know your names, nigga? Okay. Let me, family, listen to me. All right, I know we got some non-FBAs in here. Y'all stop running this game, family. This is another con they run. These folks didn't have no last names until like the 1860s. They didn't have last names over there, dude. All of this stuff about how their names, they didn't have no last names, dude. They didn't have surnames in most parts over there. The white supremacists came along and they said, okay, we got to tax these niggas. We need to keep track of you. So Umbutu, we got to give you a last name. So you got big ears. So Umbutu Big Ibertu. That's your name. Umbutu Big Ibertu. Literally, that's what they were doing. They were just giving them names based on weird characteristics. They did.
It sounds like Tariq is joking, but that's really the truth. Oh, trust me. I'm gonna put that article in here one more time. Yeah, you think he playing? No. We know our brother Tariq is hilarious, but he's not lying. That's just how them white supremacists did. They look at them and gave them a fee. Okay, watch this. Let me show you something. Let me thread a needle. If you want to know that's true or not, besides that article, watch this. Look what the white supremacists did to the Native Americans over here. Look what they did. Oh, you by the creek, you Creek Indians. You see what I'm saying? See, white supremacy, we keep telling them the mindset is global for a reason. They did the same thing over there, but see, they don't want to talk about that. It's the truth, though. The truth hurts. And brother Kermit, hey, salute to you, my fellow veteran. You actually right, brother. That's exactly what they do. Those of us who understand these bastards from the inside out, man, look, we see what they doing to them, okay? But it's like pulling teeth trying to tell some of them. They'll argue you down till they turn blue in the face. But hey, they're going to learn the hard way. Hopefully the younger generation, like the young brother Ibrahim Traore, will be the future and set the tone for getting them colonizers up out of there. Because that's been a long time coming for Burkina Faso. They've been under their thumb for about 30 plus years, okay? So yeah, it's time for a change. And that's where it's going to have to come from over there, the youth. And you absolutely right, Sister Oprah Ivy, Confessions of an Economic Hitman. Shit, let me tell you something. I tried to recommend that book to young uncode continental Africans that really want to understand how the Western mind world sees them. I'd be like, listen, get that book and pick up Dr. Neely Fuller Jr.'s work and cross-reference the two. Now that'll catch you up to speed very quickly, okay, in conjunction with understanding their own history. See, I try to pass that information along because all of us had to be taught from somewhere. We didn't all just wake up knowing these things. So when I see people that want to learn things, I try to share that knowledge with them. Hey, that's one of the reasons I have my platform. But I'm going to let Brother Tariq get back to it over here because, like I said, man, I told you we were going to hit him with the truth over here tonight.
Didn't even like the fact that they had to get last names. They colonized them and they're like, we're going to be taxing you niggas, so we need to know where to find you. So there's a lot of you niggas who got the same first name. We got to differentiate because y'all niggas look alike. So we're going to have to give you some last names so we can keep track of your little black asses. And you're going to be a part of this tribe because that country don't exist no more. We've recarved and remapped the land. So yeah, you were part of that group over there. Now you're part of a new group. You're part of this new ethnic group. Now you're stuck here. Your name is going to be changed, and whatever tribal group you want to call yourself, knock yourself out, but you're going to be our Negro. Don't let these folks run this game on you, man. They were getting flipped over there, and he's over there talking about Uganda. They had a Moist King over there. That Moist King was over there busting bussy wide open over there. And the people were like, hey, what is this nigga doing? Where did he come from with this? He got turned out by some Arabs, and then he started trying to turn out some of the native people there. Don't let these folks try to talk to you about no damn culture and customs, because they got flipped a long time ago. Talk to somebody who don't know the history, dude. Again, don't let them run that name game on us. We all started getting last names around the same time. When we were getting enslaved, they were giving us these last names. And then when they were getting colonized, they started getting last names too. All right? Understand that. They didn't have surnames until the 1800s, dude. All right, that's all you need to know. He can. Well, that is true, but let me explain. There were some people from my tribe many years ago in the. Nigga, don't start giving me the roots narrative. Don't give me the goddamn introduction to roots. All right, here they go. They love to do all that babbling. Well, many years ago, my great grandfather name was Kunta Kinte, and he was a warrior. And a nigga, stop. Here they go with the goddamn Lion King warrior Kunta Kinte story. Nigga, you got colonized and they gave you a last name and flip you, and some of them knock your pussy wide open. That's what it is. Oh no, it was more to the story. Before the pussy was bust open, my great grandfather was a warrior. He killed a lion. He known that he was lying on his stomach, getting his pussy bust open. That's what. That's the lion right there. Stop with the Lion King shit, nigga. We know what's really going on over there, brother. We know what's going on.
Yeah, man, boy, brother Tariq, boy, he be killing their ass, man. But listen, as funny as it was, look, that's the truth. That's the truth. In fact, I'm gonna put that link to the boy y'all hear over in my channel. I'm gonna put that link to that article about those surnames in there one more time. I'm also going to put the link to the bit of foundational Black American history that we reviewed at the beginning of the broadcast. I see Sister V. Marshall laughing. I'll put the article back in there to show you that Nathaniel Alexander was the inventor of the almighty folding chair. But family, I got one last treat for you here because anything that Black people commandeer, we make it better. So Jason Aldean, your people took a L, y'all had it rough here, these last couple of days. So in remembrance, family, we're gonna play something right quick and see now that song does not have the same little white supremacist twang that it used to. Throw your lighters in the air one time, and we're going to pay respects and remember not the white supremacists, but we're going to remember the good old-fashioned foundational Black American shoes that was put up alabaster ass in Montgomery, Alabama, August 5th, Saturday, 2023. Okay, another new holiday. So let us have a moment of silence for those brave and honorable foundational Black American boots put to alabaster ass. yeah, family. It ain't gonna hit quite the same when the mayonnaise people play it. Try that damn small town. See if you can make it down the road. Round here we'll take care of our own. You cross that line, it won't take long. Yeah, it didn't take long in Montgomery, Alabama either, did it, Jason? Yeah, We told you, boy. See, you Alabama's boy, you always let y'all little icons talk you into coming out here with that liquid courage in your chest, and you get these foundational Black American feet stuck up your asses. So, family, I know that we had a bit of fun over here tonight, but I think this was most educational. So, yes, we are not like you tethers over here, and you mayonnaise people. Listen now. We already know you're going to be trying to pull ambushes, so make sure, family, everybody across the nation, be on alert. We know they can't take us straight up. They never have been, okay? So they got to try to pull a little sneak attack, all right? Everybody know what to do on that? So with that said, salute to everybody. I want you to enjoy your night. Share this information over here. I think we got our point across tonight. You're going to put some respect on foundational Black American freedmen legacy, culture, and history. That's it. Salute to everybody. Black first. And I will see you all in future content.